Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show.
Good morning, crew. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Why am I so low? Do y'all hear me? Is my volume up good? Is it on? What's going on? Okay, I see myself. Maybe it's just me. It sounds real low this morning. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me before I keep going in. I don't hear nothing. Hold up now. What's going on? Anyways, good morning, crew. Good morning. It's good to see y'all. It's good to be here. Listen, we got so many stories. I always say this, we got so many stories to talk about, but we got so much stuff to talk about and so much stuff to get into today. And I'm glad y'all here. And I'm glad it's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. It's Friday. Give me a hug before y'all even start this show. Hit that like button, please. And shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the members. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it so much. And shout out to the dopest subscribers. Like, I really do appreciate y'all on some real ish. We talk about everything. Y'all be engaged. Y'all know what's going on. So thank y'all for being here. And don't forget to hit that like now. Do not be the one that forgot to give me a hug on the way in before you leave on the way out. All right? Because all likes matter over here. And that's no joke. That's real ish. Um, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and turn on your notifications so you'll be notified anytime I go live. And without further ado, y'all, and if you want to show me some love or send some support, you can do so at $cash app. And that goes to feed and me, helping me throughout my day. It definitely give me some Starbucks. Somebody got me Starbucks the other day. Okay, I was saying it in line. I said, you know what? Let this be on the crew. So I appreciate all the love. I really do. I'm over here multitasking with several things going on. Good morning, crew. Thank y'all for being here. Shout out to the crew. Shout out to the crew. Listen, we got so much to talk about. Local news, hot topics, all about. We're going all the way around the world today. Got a couple of announcements, and then I have a question. Okay, here's going to be the question that this video allegedly is supposed to provide us an answer. So a lot of times you hear, why do people date outside their race? All of this good stuff. So there was this video put out, it went viral, of someone explaining why this occurs. And so you got to wait till the end of the show to see what and who I'm talking about. So please, please stay tuned. What other announcements do I have as we kick the show off? I had a great, okay, let me tell you, I had a great yesterday. I went to the movies. I ain't been to the movies in a long time. I went to the movies to go see Megan, which was a good movie. And then I went to Maggiano's. And I ain't been to Maggiano's since I was in Chicago. And I had some creamy Alfredo with shrimp and broccoli, my favorite. But I had a good night last night. I ain't been on a date like that in a long time. Not like that. Like pick you up, take you back home. What? Okay, this is cute. But I had a good night. I'm looking forward to more. That was great. Somebody I ain't seen in a long time or whatever. How are y'all? Let's get into this. How are y'all doing today? What's going on, girl? What is going on? Good morning, Brick Girl. What up, Bobby? Good morning. Hey, Joe. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Tisa. Thank you for being here. Hey, Cheryl. Good morning. Good morning. Pretty chocolate girl. Good morning. Bobby. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We hear you. Okay, good. Because it's low in my headset and I don't understand. Oh, maybe that's why it's low. Oh. Thank God I noticed it. That's why it's low, y'all. Woo. All right. Much better. All right, that's much better. I had to plug my computer in. Woo, or I'd have been dead. Good morning, Kings Mina. Naries. It really was a good movie. It looked like you lit that candle. I see how you want to get this morning started off. Unfortunately, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. It was a date. It was a date day. It was like I hit you up like when you gonna stop playing so we can go on this date. It's 2023. I've been asking for a long time. And I was like, hey. So it for real happened. And I was like, this is cute. It was nice. Very much so nice. Very cool. We'll see. I'm trying. What I'm learning now is not to talk about it. Don't talk about it. Let the shit just occur. Let it happen. Check, 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 check. There we go. Check, 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 check. There we go. There we go. Now I hear myself. Good morning, M. Renee. You over here glowing. I really had a good time. And I did the same. I did the same shit I would do when I was younger. I got back to the crib. I walked my dog and I got on the phone with my friend. I'm like, yo, because in this area everybody's a yo. I was like, yo, it was really dope. I was like, oh my god, this was, and I gave the details and shit, so it was dope. It was really, really cool. I felt like it was a nice time. Did y'all kiss? And I looked like, okay, thank you, it was nice, but I'm not there yet. Now kissing, no, we ain't doing all of that. It was a good hug, but it wasn't definitely no kiss. No, 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 no. A kiss. You playing. No talk about it. Look at you, messy. Great day, Karen. Great day to you too as well. Listen, when I tell y'all we got a lot to go through, we have a lot of stuff to go through. We have 3 stories for each of our segments today. So we're going into local news, and in the local news segments, we have crazy, we have politics, and we have criminal. We got 3 stories for each. So I'm going to try to get through this as best as possible, giving you the meat and the potatoes. But there's some crazy shit going on out in this world. And what kills me is as I watch my own replays, and I'm like, some people really have not seen some of this stuff. Like, this stuff is crazy. So I'm so glad that I'm bringing it to the forefront. If you have seen it, if you haven't, get in the chat and share your experiences about what's going on. Okay. Now, the first story I want to talk about, you all, because, we've been covering it, and I want to give him a shout out, a big kudos, bro. And sir, we are following you and watching you. Is to Wes Moore. Wes Moore has been sworn in as Maryland's first Black governor and the only third ever elected in the United States. This is certainly a feat, especially a feat for us. Wes Moore, he's the 63rd governor of Maryland. I watched the inauguration, which was held Wednesday. I watched the inauguration, and doesn't he look so? I mean, he looks like he has it all together. I was listening to him speak. Already he's starting to do some things, and so this is him and his wife. I'm praying that no scandals come to them. I have to say all this stuff because the shit happened and we'd be like, damn. And of course, out of everybody that was gonna be there, you know, she was gonna have her act.
What kind of day is this, Oprah?
An extraordinary day, a historical day, a legacy building day. There you go.
Now, he had his son in his arm, which was beautiful. I think it was 3-year-old son in his arm during the inauguration. He talked about his policies. He talked about wanting to stick true to his values, but also focus on communities, community growth, health, all those great things. And I thought that was a positive message coming from, we just had Larry Hogan. Now, Hogan wasn't to me, he wasn't a bad governor. I felt like he had to lean more Republican, but he definitely tried to do as much as he could, especially in the last 2 years of COVID. Wes Moore is certainly hope to get over our Baltimore mayor. And this is just my commentary now. This ain't nobody else, but the current mayor in Baltimore, baby, he needs an overhauling like a motherfucker. He out here cursing on camera. We had a 3-year-old baby get shot. He on the camera cursing. I'm sick of this shit. Wait, sir. No, we don't need that. You know, they exploited that. Then the squeegee program he enacted that was supposed to stop them from being on the streets on January 1, they still on the streets. And so now they're threatening these kids like, we're going to arrest you. I'm like, arrest them after you all told them that you're going to turn their program into something financial. So yeah, I'm ready for him to be gone. So if Wes Moore is the answer to that, then King Roman is standing behind Wes Moore. And so I want y'all to take a look at this, his inauguration, because we need to see our, out of all the inaugurations.
People still celebrating tonight. It was a huge day, a memorable day, making history in Maryland with the inauguration of Governor Wes Moore as 63rd governor. As we showed you, the day was filled with many activities, but tonight was all about a celebration at the People's Ball. WMER2 News' Ashley McDowell live at the Baltimore Convention Center, where it looks like the party is still going on tonight. Ashley?
That it still is. From music to food, Maryland's finest was here on display to celebrate this monumental day.
Party responsibly. Y'all earned that.
Maryland's new Democratic governor capped off his first day in office with a People's Ball, where thousands filled the room dressed to the nines and ready to support him.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
The day was about getting sworn in and speaking on his goals he's looking to accomplish alongside Lieutenant Governor Aruna Miller. But the night was about family, friends, and dancing the night into history.
The righteous.
No black couple. I know. Oh, that's right.
Ahead.
4 years from now, we're running for re-election. I want people to turn around and say that they've kept their word.
Who he sound like?
They wanted to get done.
Who does he sound like?
Government can play an important role in being able to address many of society's challenges.
And those attending the ball are looking to hold him accountable to addressing those challenges.
I'm expecting to see a lot of progress and change in Maryland as a registered nurse, just with healthcare. I see he has a lot of policy teams, so I'm just expecting great things in the state of Maryland.
I am expecting from Wes Moore that Baltimore will be put back on the map and that we will see mass transit, excellent public education.
I know that it's going to be a major uphill battle for him, but however, I would just like to see us progress further in, say, like the housing and the school system.
But even as celebrations continue.
Enough of his celebratory, but it was great. You got to check it out. Go on YouTube. They got the full thing. I found myself having it play as I was preparing for the show today. Again, shout out to him for doing that. You know he's going to have a lot of targets on his back. He's the first of the state, third in the country, 63rd for the governor count. So he's going to need a lot of support. He's going to need a lot of us to understand if there are compromises that come. Let's look at them case by case. I'm standing behind you from what I've seen, what I've heard. He sound poised. Okay, I love a person who has a poised cadence. I told Armand that. I said, you have cadence. I love a person who has a poised cadence when they deliver their message. And so shout out to him. We're going to stay right behind you, sir, and we hope the best for you. Now, I was watching this in the back. Thank you, Naries, for saying the things that I can't say as a commentator of this show. Thank you. Because I saw your comments on must be cute. Good morning, Ox City 805. Okay, yes, Kings Mina, save something for later. I need to see what the reaction is. You know, shit, I ain't even get a good morning yet. What the fuck? You know what I mean? What's good? What's good? Hot Spicy Tea, good morning. Good morning. Okay, okay. Cha-cha slide. Are you still doing commentary? So I need to get over there. Tootsie Roll, they were getting it in. Wish him luck. I do too. I wish him all the best. So we're gonna send him our well wishes. Now, I told y'all I posted on my community wall, and I said that I had a positive news story that was very sad, but it was very, very wonderful and hopeful at the same time. So I'm gonna play it for you. I want you to watch the whole gist of this story, and you're gonna see how two generations or two types of people coming together for one very, very horrible situation. So y'all check this out, and y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. And you know, this may not make you tear up, but it certainly caused me to be very emotional. So I want y'all to check this out. Get your palate clear for the show. So check this video out. And thank y'all for being here again. I always say thank you, but y'all could be anywhere else watching anybody else, and y'all here chilling with me. So I appreciate it. Check this video out. Mm. Showing what true compassion really means. I'm sure both women, the mother and now the potential godmother, was shocked in that moment, not knowing what to do. but the customer being so selfless, so God-like, decided to just, what do you need? I was watching how she even put hand sanitizer on her hand. She went to and gave the girl a mask. Let's get together. Let's get to work. And that's sometimes how I feel when I go in to help people. Like, so selfless. Let's go into work. Let's go in and get it done. So I wanted that to be a reminder that people are struggling with so many things, and we are positioned in this world to help out as much as we can, if we can. So be one end of the stick. Either you are a victim and you do need help and you're seeking out help the best way you know how, or either you're on the other end and you're showing as much compassion as possible. Now, I'm not saying every day we're walking around, oh, you need help, Jesus. But when that moment comes, like it just happened for this woman, be the best blessing that you could be, because you never know when it's going to come back to you. And I thought that was such a reminder for me too. Like, because I do have my moments where I could, and I'm just like, but you never know what is in store for you. And I know these people are going to be blessed forever, even this going viral. I tried to find them I only found information about the girl, how she was staying at a shelter, couldn't be pregnant in the shelter. She was already running away from the shelter. She was 14 years old. And so she had the baby at the shelter, snuck out, and she got to this restaurant. Those were the details that I got from the story, but I didn't get any information about the woman. And I was waiting for a news clip to come out about the woman so we could talk about it. So yeah, that was a precious moment. I'm glad she got help too, because I can't imagine. Very sad. Good morning, Kurt Vixen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Linda B. Good morning. Wherever I go, I'm always alert to help others as well as protecting myself. I know I have an angel unaware save me instantly in situations. I want to be that for others. I'm telling you, like the time I was about to get jumped, I always tell y'all that, and the man pulled up. I was about to get whole gang jumped. Pulled up and saved my life. And therefore, ever since then, I've been grateful and thankful. He gets a Christmas card every year now. It's just been a great thing. The man is now like 72. At the time, he was like 66. His son died from gun violence. And so he recognized it in me and saw how scared I was. I was terrified. Girl coming to me and said, you see all those dudes outside? I think they're going to come attack you. I heard them pointing at you on the inside. I looked, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in Chicago at the Dan Ryan Currency Exchange. I look outside and the man just happened to be standing behind me and heard exactly what the lady said. And he was like, you stay right here. He went, got his car, pulled up where you couldn't pull up to the sidewalk, escorted me out into his car, and dropped me back off at my dorms in front of them dudes. And I was just like, oh my God. And I got home, called my TT. 2 weeks later, we had a car. And so you never know when your moment's coming. So I want to share that. Now let's get into the show, because I ain't got no time. Eyes ain't got no time to waste this morning. Thank y'all for being here. Hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Y'all already know we about to get right into it. Okay, I hold no bars today. Today we going right in on motherfuckers. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So we have in the first up story. Okay, so we have here a case of when you lost the parking spot, what do you do? So we got two individuals pull up to this area and they're looking, you know how when you drive into a parking spot, one is coming this way, the other one is coming this way. And if you got your signal on and they're already closer to it, they're going to turn in. Well, that's what happened here. And a woman turned in. Now I'm going to give you more detail. I want you to see the video. Woman turns into the parking spot. The other woman jumps out the car and decides to make it clear that you're attacking me from outside the car. I'm gonna call the police. I feel threatened. What does it sound like? I feel threatened. Baby, let's get into this. And Twitter didn't hold up. Once this video went viral, Twitter went and did their research on this woman, doxed the whole lady, doxed this woman. Come to find out she's a well-known actress. I said, y'all gonna fuck up the whole woman's bag. Now you'll realize why she kept saying on this video, I need you to delete the video. I need you to delete the video. Woman said, nah, I ain't deleting shit. You finna get this work. And I'm gonna get my commentary after I show y'all this video. Check this shit out. And make sure y'all hit that like. Check this shit out. Wi-Fi don't play with me today.
Oh, what do I do? She wanna like my door. Oh. You're scaring me.
I'm gonna delete this video.
I'm not deleting mine. You're scaring me.
You're scaring me.
Oh my gosh. You're not gonna, and I got you trying to open my card.
You're fucking.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Delete the video. Delete the video.
I'm not. You're scaring me, and you're.
Oh really? I'm scaring
Yes,
you.
and you just tried to open my card. Oh, and you called me the B word too.
Bitch.
Oh, you keep knocking on my door. You tried to open my door.
Because you're in the way
of my parking spot that I was backing into.
You're causing a huge problem.
You're the one out of the car. You're scaring me.
For me.
No, you should.
Hey,
you said, "Oh, I'm scared of you."
Stop fucking recording me.
I'm scared of you.
Stop fucking recording me.
Oh my gosh, you're getting angry. Oh my gosh.
Stop.
Look at her. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at her.
Insane person. I'm gonna go fucking get security.
Please do. I've been asking you to. Please go get him.
Are you gonna stay right here? You're not gonna move, right? You're not gonna move to let these people go? Fucking stop recording me.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What is your fucking problem? I'm sorry. I have to go get security. Stop recording me.
Ooh. How are you?
Okay, if I get security.
Yeah, please. She says, yeah, please do. Please do. Thank you.
I don't want to be recorded without my consent, so I'm not okay with it.
Well, I'm recording anybody that tried to open my car door, love.
Can we just park?
That's what I believe we should just park. Yeah, I believe we should. I do. I agree with you. I really do. And it's blocking a lot of cars.
Recording me without my consent.
Yeah, you call the police. Call the police. Yeah, you should.
What do you want me to? What can I do about that, though?
You should call the police. Honestly.
Stop fucking recording
me.
Stop.
You're scaring me.
I'm not scaring you. I think you need to stop.
I've told you multiple times since you opened my car door that scared me.
Can you please make her stop? Seriously.
No one can make me stop.
Can you make
Beautiful.
her stop recording me?
So if you
caused a problem that wasn't even a problem.
And you were gonna open my door?
You caused a problem that wasn't even a problem.
You felt entitled to open my door?
Oh, so you thought that you were here first, huh?
That you felt entitled to open my door?
But you weren't here first.
Did you feel like
you weren't here first?
Ooh, that's crazy. That's justifying you opening my door. I'm gonna let the window back up. I'm in fear.
Okay, you don't seem like you're doing anything in the house.
Oh, she's even being mean to him.
But this is not okay with me. What am I supposed to do? I want her to delete the video.
You because you're white and you can get me hurt. So when you open the car door, we could have gotten a physical altercation and that could have hurt me. Seriously, you could have got me killed. So I'm not getting out the car. You hit my car door. You knocked on my window. It's fine, but I am scared of you. There's another spot you can back into once again.
This whole thing started because you wouldn't move your car because I was pulling in here first.
No, I was backing in here as well. So it's
I was here.
That happens
first.
all the time in parking lots, love. It's okay.
You could have been the bigger
You're yelling,
person.
love. I don't want to yell with
been
you.
The bigger
I don't want to yell with you. I don't want to yell.
Baby, she was mad. She was mad. How many times have we all heard, I'm going to fucking call the police? And homegirl was like, call them. I'm not getting out the car. Now, for all intents and purposes, yes, homegirl stole the motherfucking parking spot. Yes, she did. Honey, listen, this is one of the car driving street rules. Hey, you better get to that motherfucker before another person do. I know me. I'll be trying to get, don't take my spot. Unfortunately, this was a situation that got out of control. Girl didn't want to get out the car because she was like, if I get out the car and smack this bitch, I know I'm going to jail. So let me just sit here and record her. So she recorded her. Homegirl, did all of this. After what we saw, because she stopped recording it, after what we saw, she went on to post, the girl that was recording the video, she went on to post this. She was out of the car yelling, threatening to call the police. And when more people came over, she started crying like I was hurting her. Listen, my only saving grace is I never got out the car. And that was that. I said, girl, that was your saving grace. And your footage was of you out the car. Now, y'all want to know why homegirl don't want to be seen? Come to find out, this is her. Kacie Ellegood, honey. She done starred in Delusions of Grandeur in 2021, Superpowers in 2022, Knock, Run, and Repeat in 2019. So I guess she's an up-and-coming actress. They done found out who she is. I was looking at clips of her movie. I said, oh, girl, get your PR team on this sooner than later. because this already looks bad for you. And so they were comparing her pictures. This is her versus this character. I said I agree. Now, one thing out of this whole thing, okay, is a lesson here. Okay, I wouldn't show you this if it wasn't a lesson. And this guy put it very, very simple. He says, Black people, well, she says, Black people, you have to stop giving them the chance to call police first. They will be documented as the victim because they're calling. An operator does not have visual to determine otherwise. Stating that you're afraid without calling will not work. Call the police first. And that's what I took from this. I get it was cute to record a video, go viral, but make sure in the future you call the police first. Get that ass up off of you. I'm sure if you called the police first and you were in your right, this would be clear. But to carry it on, we don't want to go too far where we're egging someone on. She should have called the police. The other woman was not in her right. You didn't get the spot. You're not in the spot. Now you're gonna block my car in. You're lucky I'm very civilized. You're lucky I'm maintaining composure. So she was in the wrong. She got recorded. Now she's exposed. Now I'm just sitting to see more information come out about the girl. I'm just very curious. What else you got going on, honey? She done locked her Instagram, so we can't see her Instagram. Before I get to the next topic, let me see what y'all had to say about that. And look at y'all up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're scaring me, beloved. Accept some of the delays in life. They are sometimes what keeps you alive. Period. Right, Joe? Ain't got time like that. Morning, SNL. Good morning. The other girl is Blue from the Bad Girls Club. Oh, that's who she is. Life is too short, and fighting so hard for something small, you never know if a situation is keeping you from a bad incident. Hurry to get somewhere to meet a car crash or something. That's true. Good morning, Mr. Carruthers. All right, hey, Mr. Carruthers. I hope the skull drag, baby, over a parking space. I don't have that much time to let a parking spot upset me. And it was another one right next to it. She wanted that one. I don't want to meet no Karen Lord. I don't even talk about meeting them. I don't. Now, along the lines of privilege, as we move to our next topic, we have a passenger at Delta's airline. Now, I don't know if you all have saw this story, seen about it yet, heard about it, but we have a passenger on Delta Airlines, and apparently she had stopped to get her some buffalo wings or something like that. And while she was doing that, getting her some buffalo wings, trying to figure out what is going on here. This stuff over here. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm over here looking like where all my stuff at? Here it goes. So we got a passenger at Delta Airlines. She arrived to the airport, right? She went to Buffalo Wild Wings. And why would anybody eat any Buffalo Wild Wings at the airport knowing that shit would give you diarrhea and you'll have to doodle in the airport? I hate eating food like that. Well, anyway, she went there, didn't pay for her wings. So the police and security were after her. Now, this is what gets me. Police and security were actually after the woman at the point when she decides to not only try to break the fire alarm in this airport, but pull out the whole fucking fire extinguisher and set ablaze everyone. Now, we all looking at this as we're going to see video footage of it. Everyone is looking at this in the world saying, how in the hell does something like that in the airport happen? And they don't look at that as a terrorist threat, and all the whole fucking army come down on this bitch. She literally was able to walk throughout the airport extinguishing bitches. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn. And you can see in this video footage, they're yelling to the black man, close the door. That black man looking like, who the fuck y'all talking to? I ain't closing, girl. I ain't closing no door. I ain't touching shit. And I kept saying to myself, dude, close the door. They keep telling you, close the door. But she run on the plane. That man was over there like, I ain't doing shit. And I said, I can understand fire extinguisher. So we have this crazy ass lady traveling at the airport. Now, what got all of us was the fact that after she was taken in, after they got her, she was spitting at police officers and stuff. She chewed on I think she had like a minor injury to one of them. Now, they only got this woman on hindering law enforcement, I think they said hindering law enforcement, 2 counts of simple assault and 3 accounts of simple battery. But they won't push any assault charges. So this morning I looked again. Now it's a possibility of assault charges. Hello, why not terroristic charges? This bitch is in the airport. We didn't know if that was I was going to say Osama's relatives. That's going to be totally racist. But we didn't know who she could have been. She could have been someone from anywhere. Now, and here you, as you see, I highlighted pending. 3 airport flight attendants and Holder were assessed by EMS for respiratory discomfort and minor injuries, and all were cleared. Holder was moved to the county jail following the incident. Pending assault charges? Pending. What are we pending? So y'all get into this. Y'all after y'all see what this lady did, and I want y'all specifically to pay attention to the black man, because this motherfucker was like, number 6. I ain't closing no door. I ain't touching no door. I ain't going nowhere. I said, "Is Roman, would you have did that?" I said, "I would have tried to close the door. I'd have been afraid that I'd have hit the lady." So y'all get into this and hit that like button, crew. Give me a little hug this morning.
Your insurance company,
I don't know what she doing.
because of the fact that somebody else paid for my meal.
Now, mind you, that was a whole security man in front of her trying to stop her because she didn't pay for her wings. Let me scrub that back. That man right there, that's security. He's supposed to be detaining her and stopping her from going past that and getting her to pay for them damn wings. But look at him. This is what gets me, because had that been anybody else, they would have been niggas would have flew out the ceiling on that bitch. Are you kidding me? At one of Atlanta's major airports? Child, what the fuck?
Your insurance company,
I don't know what she doing.
because of the fact that somebody else paid for my
That shit nasty. She's a terrorist.
Hey, close the door. Yes, and put that door.
Close it that way. Close that door. Close that door. Close that door. Close that door.
Hey, close the door.
Oh, goodness. Goodness.
All right, her family already has the pictures of her bags, and I'm picking up her bags.
So tell her to tell her family when we.
Girl, but I got punched in the face. Playing with the wrong person at the airport. I can see me throwing my whole luggage. If you don't get out of here. So after this, right, they civilly, peacefully picked this lady up by her arms, 2 arms, and walked her off. I said they can do that to her and the man at Tops who killed all those people. But we got Keenan Anderson, we got Tyree, we got all these people with simple stuff. Y'all get extremely forceful. Y'all mighty forceful when you want to be. This lady should have been, her skin should have been snapped. She should have been scalped. Clearly, that's a threat to anybody. People could have fell out, having seizures. I'm surprised they didn't stop. Stop other flights. Like, hold up, we got to double check on what's going on here. So now she's being held, no bond, no bail. I said, thank God we ain't in fucking Texas, where the man's so mad he giving out $2 bonds. Thank God we ain't got to face that. And now she's pending. It's gonna be pending assault charges. Baby, I would have had my neck. She wouldn't even. All she would have had to do was fling near me. I would have been dramatic. Oh, I can't remember nothing. It would have been something out of that. So now we're here with this, and Delta Airlines issued of course they issued a statement. They apologized. They're working with local authorities for the assault of their employee. Yeah, y'all know it's assault, but why is the charges pending? So now y'all think that's something. All right, y'all. And let me see what y'all had to say about that. Of course not. Airlines seem unprofessional and ill prepared. We would be popped if Torres. We would be popped. Okay, I couldn't even see me getting past what she literally was able to pull it off and go. Bitch, you crazy? Well, you know what the difference is. Period. Exactly. Shoes should have been, baby. We would have been looking out for hours. Okay, most definitely needs to be put on a no-fly list. Wow, I'm sure either they're going to do a mental health, they're going to find a way to alleviate some of these charges towards her. For some reason, I don't know why. Wow. So security, he didn't, and I'm sitting there for the life of me. I'm like, your security, you didn't even, you could have, while she had nothing in her hand, at least, I know you have jurisdiction and wherewithal to detain people in the airport. I know that for a fact. What I'm trying to figure out, what was he scared about? He would be next up in the HR office. So tell us what happened. Were you having a bad day? What do you mean? What do I mean? What do I mean? Roll that beautiful bean footage. What is this? What are you doing, sir? Somebody else paid for her meal. Girl, you're not even cute enough. Okay, and if they were, you got crackers and a bottle of water. Now, I do have time for that. Spray me with a fire extinguisher. I want to close my ass. Right to the neck. Right to the neck. SWAT would have been all there. Okay, Shantae. So don't nobody know how to tackle hoes. Wrong people in the airport. Nicole, good morning. Good morning. Why is she touching people? Okay. So now, y'all, Risa, hey, boo, good morning. We would have been fighting for real. Nothing. And don't let me just open a sandwich that I just ordered from Chick-fil-A, and I'm waiting on my flight. And you around here spraying some shit, and I'm already anxious. Yeah, I definitely would have redirected security. I'd have been telling, she's right. Why are you not picking her up? Oh my God. I would have been filming him. Y'all get her. I'm getting him. Fuck that. You want to not do your job? Let me get your ass on some real shit. Let's face it, the police force was created for a different reason, and it carries on today to suit their justification, why they treat us differently in situations, in other words. And Brother Carruthers, it's our job to, every time that shit happens, like they did before us, is to expose every single time. Bring it to the light. Make people feel uncomfortable about it. We can't just think, rely on the fact that this has been going on forever and it's just going to be like this. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to be over here every time they do it until my channel gets some weight on it, where I can just let the world know. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep on talking about it. I ain't letting up on not one of them. Nobody. And I'm talking about our black criminals, racists, child abusers, all of that. Celebrities, I'm not going to let up on them. That's just my cry out. Nope. I will be trying to find a way to sue Delta for their security not doing their job. That's the airport security. You okay? Good morning, the plane exchange. Hey, boo. I saw your commentary on Bank of America and your interview. That was awesome. I shared it with the crew too. Thank you for giving us the heads up. Okay, with the deets. What's the security guard being paid for? To just do the shuck and jive? Okay, but girl, I was just gonna say, Shantae, TSA will clock you for two. TSA will snatch you for having a real live bottle, but with 3 ounces of liquid in it. So I tell them, man, I'm like, how you know I ain't drop it out to 3 ounces? You said 3 ounces of liquid. The bottle might be that size, but it's 3 ounces of liquid in here. You scrutinizing me over this amount of liquid in a bottle, making me throw my shit away. How did they not catch her at first sight? sit your ass in HR, and I need you to fill out. I need you to give a statement. I need your statement. What was going on in your mind as this was going on? Like what? Slave catchers. Okay. I would have been pissed because I would have been counting stitches on my knitting when she sprayed that. Not counting stitches. Exactly, Mr. William. Very sad, but true. Now, baby, we gotta move. We got so many things to get on. Baby, because that y'all thought that was something. That was just okay. Y'all gotta get into this next story. This one got me. It made me. Mic check. Y'all hear me? I don't know what just happened. Hopefully y'all hear me still. Is it still going? Am I still recording? Y'all let me know. Somebody just put, yeah, I hear you. Okay, the green check. Okay, all right. It just went out of my ear. So now this story touched me because this could be my TT. Now, I don't know if y'all saw on this morning's banner, this older woman right here above Chrisean Rock and Kacie, who got caught. So this woman, okay, she is a 65-year-old woman. Her name is Betty Smith. So she, with her grandson said, Grandma, I want some ice cream. So she stops at the local grocery store to get her grandson some ice cream, as well as to pay her lottery tickets. And as she's exiting, Lord and behold, what does she find on the ground? What does this woman find on the ground? This woman finds her a $50 bill. She said, I told the cashier, look here, my lucky day. But the woman at the counter says, oh no, you can't leave with that. That might be my friend's money. He was in here earlier. What? Hold up. What? So, grandma's still like, bitch, she ain't say nothing, but she looking like, bitch, I know damn well you ain't taking it. So she proceeds to go out the door. The lady comes from behind the counter and stops her like, no, woman, you ain't going nowhere, and calls 2 other employees to come over. Now, at this point, the woman is terrified, so she gets on the phone to call her granddaughter, her son, her grandbabies who in the car, mother. Hey, you need to get down here because this shit is about, you get. So the granddaughter, she like me. She's like Roman. Roman's like her. She was in the shower. The girl jumped out the shower in her robe and showed up. She was down there wet, soaking in her robe. I said, you pulled a me. Damn it. She said, fuck that, Grandma. So she show up in her robe. They blocked her from coming in as they're assaulting her grandmother in front of her eyes, a glass door. Now, this is where I said we're a little bit different because, bitch, I'd have broke the door. See, if that was my auntie, I would have, and my mom, I would have broke the fucking door. Bitch, you in front of me? See, you going too far. That wasn't nothing. So the granddaughter calls her mom, which is that's her mom. And so she called her mom to come up there. How about the police show up and arrest both of them? Y'all inciting violence. Like, bitch, don't y'all see what's going on the inside? They're attacking my grandmother. So the mom and the granddaughter go to jail. Once they get the story, the store owners, they come out quickly. We fired those 3 employees. No, that just ain't enough. Because the grandma was so mad that she didn't have enough money to bond her daughters out. So the store owner's like, well, we'll help you bond the daughters out. And here they go. And you can keep the $50. Bitch. I just got attacked. And you talking about, and I can keep the $50? Bitch, I'm trying to change the name of the fucking store. What do you mean, bitch? $50? I'm trying to see who owned this bitch. What you talking about? So grandma stood her. I love this grandma. You ain't even by extension. I love the way you carried it. You stood as she was getting like confronted and attacked. She stood there like, hold up. Let me call my people real quick. And she stood her ground. And that's what, I understand. And that's like, it's symbolic of a lot of our ancestors when they're pivoted against these moments. They have to just stand in it, but don't know on the other side, you just now created a whole fucking moment. So now they arrest those 2, right? So here's the police department statement. Because, the other ones at this point in time, the perpetrators, they weren't arrested yet. They weren't because the police didn't know what was going on. So what the hell is this? An Austin County woman attacked by grocery store clerks over $50 fucking bill she found. Unfucking believable. So the police department goes on to say, on January 15th at approximately 7:05 p.m., deputies arrived and conducted an investigation into the cause of the disturbance. One subject was arrested, which was the granddaughter at the scene, who was not initially involved in the original disturbance, but who walked into the scene later and assaulted a victim. You damn right. Assaulted a victim. Okay, so she got arrested. What about the other folks? That's what I'm focused on. This secondary assault was captured on camera as well. Currently, the statements, videos, body-worn camera video, and all evidence collected has been forwarded to the Austin County District Attorney for consideration of potential charges against various individuals. Potential. We talking about potential charges. No charges yet? So y'all get into this. Y'all check this one out. Listen to this woman. Go on, girl. And to my eyes, you were brave. You stood your ground. You could only do it. And watch how they attack this lady. Fucking cowards. Attack a older adult. Fuck is wrong with people?
And we start with a story that you'll only see right here on Fox. Fox 26's Sherman DeSalle joining us live in our newsroom after speaking with the family of a woman attacked while trying to leave her neighborhood grocery store about an hour and a half west of Houston. Sherman, what did you learn?
Yeah, Caroline, this happened in Austin County. Video shows Miss Betty Smith get into a scuffle with three now former store employees. The deputy cuffs her granddaughter while her special needs son waited in the car. They tell me they want a better response from the sheriff's office and didn't hear anything from them until we called.
I'm 65 years old and I ain't never been to jail in my life. And some of the people that got it out there, they had me in there being held captive because I had stole something out the store. See, I don't like my name and that kind of stuff.
Miss Betty Smith was taking her daily trip to Lindemann's grocery store and industry, grabbing ice cream for her son when she believes her good day turned into a great one.
I saw a $50 bill on the floor. And I told the cashier, I said, look at him, my lucky day.
That's when she says the cashier tells Miss Smith the cash might belong to a friend of theirs and demanded her to leave it there. She was the only customer in the store. As Miss Smith tried to leave with it, video shows her being stopped by three of the store employees. One of them rips the money out of her hands. She's then shoved and restrained.
I was especially scared of the one in the pink. I mean, because she had me around my neck and was she strong. And she was all in my ear. You're not getting out of here.
By now, she's called her granddaughter, who jumped out of her shower to come and help. That's when things get worse.
The police officer came, one of the girls slid out of the door, but she slid out and she stood in front. Reached around her and I said, get out in front of the door, let her out of here.
Destiny, seen in her bathrobe, gets handcuffed by the responding deputy. He also later arrests Destiny's mother, who showed up minutes later and was charged with assaulting one of the clerks. The family says the deputy never took statements from them or tried to de-escalate the matter. The store owner has tried to rectify the situation, offering to pay her daughter's bail, even giving her the $50. She declined those offers.
I feel like when things quiet down, the same thing was when we happened to me again.
All three of the clerks are fired, but the family wants them arrested.
Why would they do this to her? Why would they think it was okay to take it that far? Like every thought process in there, from locking her in there, assaulting her, the words they use, the racial slurs, I just would want to know why.
I spoke with Sheriff Jack Brandis, who says statements, video, and even body cam footage have been forwarded to their county DA's office for consideration of potential charges against these former store employees. The store manager also spoke to me. He says they terminated those involved immediately and does not condone the way they acted there. Caroline?
Fox News' Randy Wimbley joining
us. We always try to be positive, call the police, get law enforcement involved, or start recording. After I would have did all of those things, I would have bust that store down and kicked the holy shit out of the girl in the pink. Don't you ever put my grandmother, my auntie, my mama in a chokehold. Over $50? Are you... Whoa. Talk about mistreatment. Talk about poor customer service. Even if it was your friend's $50 bill, you as a agent, we're going to talk business now. You as an agent of this business, you are obligated to represent the business. So if a friend of yours who's not an agent of the fucking business lost a $50 on the ground and you didn't apprehend it before and someone else did, that is your job to call your friend and say, hey, $50 up here. I don't know what to do to tell you. She come and she left with it. I don't know what to do. That's the most you should have done. You moving your ass from behind the counter, going to get other clerks, you've lost your mind. And the fact that y'all have just been terminated and not arrested, it kills me. This is a small town. It isn't like it's a big place. So even the store that they went to was just a local mom and pop grandma store. So now we have this situation. I wish, baby, I'm telling you now, sometimes you be really, it boggles my mind how people get away with some of this shit. So now that's all, and charges are pending. How do charges pen? This 65-year-old woman was held, and then you had this man come over there and try to hold her. Excuse me, sir? And you can see the granddaughter, she trying her hardest. She just literally got out the shower. She trying her hardest. Let me go. I'd have whooped her ass outside. I'd have banged the doors in. It would have been a ruck. It would have been a circus. Then police immediately arrive on scene and arrest both of them. Like, for real? That's what y'all do? So now we're here. And now we're here. I hope that lady got injuries. I hope you better have injuries from your head to your foot. Places they didn't even touch. Shake. That store needs to be renamed or relocated at their dime on your expense. Yes, absolutely. Just get own you a franchise. Period. I'm gonna keep more than 50. What you mean? Tell me some keep, and you can keep the $50. The fuck you think this is? We is not in a what? The store is mine now, baby. Lawsuit. Okay, once again, the hands would have been thrown. I am so glad she came. Rope and all. For real. Oh, I would have been up there in my robe. Okay. Her granddaughter was in the car and her daughter came from home. Oh, they said that was her granddaughter that came from the shower, and then they called the mom from home. That's why the granddaughter had the robe on. With her had the grandbaby. I guess she was going with the grandbaby to get ice cream, and that's how the grandbaby was in the car. So I think she was calling her the granddaughter because that's her son too initially, which then they called the mom, and then both of them ended up being arrested, which is ridiculous. Then you got the grandbaby in the car while all this happened. Kind of shit is that? I mean, she never got in the store because they had the door locked. I'd have kicked that store. I'd have busted them so fucking fast, baby. What? See, I would have been in jail. Oh my God. Oh, baby, it would have got ugly. You got my grandma around her neck. Is that a man? Yeah, it was. Oh, we got a hate crime. It was. That's assault. They assaulted that grandmother. Are you kidding? Yeah. Yep. Her son couldn't help her because he's autistic. That's the crazy part. No, $50, bitch. The words would be real colorful. Bail and 50 pieces. I would still be kicking Becky and Bubba's ass. I'm just saying, the way Sue hopped out there, listen, the way she did that, she was up there like wet and all. I would have did the same fucking thing. I can see me now. What? I had a whole robe on, nothing underneath. I know me. I'd have showed up. I'd have been bladed up, batted up, piped up. You know I love me a good plumbers, the plumber metal pipes. I love those. I'd have been real good. Somebody would have got hogged out with that rope belt for real. I'd have been key carding all through them locks, pickpocketing and all. Every time I see one of them, it would be on motherfucking sight. Listen, okay, baby, she better have some injuries. Her neck hurt from me choking her arm back have issues as they were tugging her into a period. No, tore down so we can tailgate. Okay. The whole family would have been out at the lot. Okay, child, and the nerve. Good morning, Miss Toby. The nerve of the owner stating, I'll give you $50 and bail the granddaughter's bail. Nope, I will get an attorney. He's super. Like, who the fuck? $50? What? Are you kidding me? You better go somewhere and verbal abuse. Right. And that's another thing. Your customer service, and this is how you feel. This is why, Brother Carruthers, I say we got to expose them. Now, whoever this lady is, because I know Black Twitter going to work. We're gonna get their information and we're gonna expose the fuck out of them. I'm definitely gonna be retweeting and sharing. Oh, it's time to expose. Lose a job. How about you lose another job around that town, bitch? Somebody else need to go record her. And then she can be egged on. Oh, it's a $50 on the ground. You got a friend? I can see me now walking to the store. Drop. Oh, it's a $50 on the ground. You got a friend who dropped this one? Get the camera recording. Get it going. You got another one? You want to put me in a chokehold? You want to lean me up against the wall? What's up? Shit, I'm trying to get an excitement too. I heard this is the new thing. Bitch, what? Okay, are you kidding me? I definitely would be testing her gangster. How gangster are you? That was an older woman. Now we got niggas and whole G's. Are you gonna do her? I guarantee you wouldn't have done that to the. It'd be the wrong people it'd be the wrong people in the right places. It need to be the right people in the wrong places. That's what it need me to be there. Cause I damn sure would have. Oh, I'd have ran through the whole fucking store tearing it up. You ain't let me out. You gonna want to let me out, bitch? Y'all gonna have to buy every bottle, glass broke, the chips a bag, toss, turn. Absolutely. And I see the difference about this is that now you're holding me hostage. There's no reason you're holding me detained in the store. I didn't steal anything. That was a $50 bills on the ground. So now we're gonna have to do equal destruction, bitch. Fuck wrong with you. 50 turning into 50 million. Small town. Yeah, it's easy to find all three of them, period. On site. Exactly, Joe. Should be real easy. She did the right thing, not taking the 50. She needs to sue for more. She really does. It would be called the $50 the $50 challenge. Okay. Over $50 that they were lying about. Probably wanted to smoke their heads with some meth, and there you have it. Sounds about ain't that a cookie? Don't they call it a cookie? Oh, don't get me to lying. Let's not even talk about it. Let's not even talk about it. Y'all about to trigger me. Say some shit. That 50 was probably gonna keep their lights on. You couldn't even tell they were employees. No uniform, no smock, low budget mom and pop. I have a question. If it was an old white lady, I'll leave it. Okay, good morning, fashionista of life for life. I don't know why I say of life, but fashionista for life, faux life would have turned into a Tasmanian baby. Y'all gonna let me the fuck out of here. Y'all gonna let me out, okay? Right. Okay. Definitely kidnapping. They wouldn't let her out of the store. That's absolutely. I'd be down there, and I got trauma. So you're not gonna play no games with me on my top. Not at all. Now, those are our three crazy stories. So we talked about the Becky Sue. They call her Becky Sue Wreck-It Ralph. If you want to ever look that up on who she is, Miss Parking Lot Thief. Becky, it really is. This is really her name. They done named her this. I don't know if they got it from something. I was trying to see, but this is her new name now. Becky Sue Wreck-It Ralph. So if you ever want to go look it up in your spare time to find more information about Miss still in a parking slot. That was our first crazy story. Our second crazy story was the fire extinguisher lady. Now, what are you doing? And then our last one was this attack over $50. Crazy shit. So now we're gonna switch over to, and we got to talk about it because I ain't touched on politics in a long time. So we finna switch over to politics. So we got old ass, sour ass Governor Ron DeSantis. Okay. Now, if you all are not familiar with advanced placement courses, advanced placement courses are pretty much courses that for some universities it offer college credit. So you take a lot of AP courses, it may be equivalent to a college course, and you've earned credit going into college. So a lot of high schools offer them. When I went to my high school, Wilson Magnet, they had a lot of IB and AP courses, International Baccalaureate and AP courses. And you take them so that you can be prepared for a higher placement at colleges. So we have Florida, where the College Board, which is sort of the body who is over advanced placement. Look at all of these notes, y'all. Y'all can't say I don't be over here working, baby. I'll be working for the crew. So we have the College Board, who's in charge of Florida's whole AP coursework, right? So before I tell you the course that the Florida Department of Education rejected, let's talk about the courses they accepted. So among their accepted AP courses by DeSantis Florida Department of Education, we have AP World History. Now, we know in AP World History, we're talking about everything. And that could be also subjective and objective. And it should be, it can be up in arms, and it can be debated on both sides of who is giving you facts and who isn't giving you real facts. But no one's canceling that course. We have AP Global Studies, Global History. Now you're talking about a global, now instead of world history, you're talking about regions and sections and how they interacted. So it's a lot of different movement, and you're going further back. You may be talking about AD. So there's a lot of interpretation in courses that are already there. Then you got AP foreign languages. Well, shit. You learn when you learn foreign language, you a lot of times you're learning about their culture and how the language was derived. French, Italian, Spanish. You get their culture. Well, a lot of that can be misinterpreted for teaching maybe critical race, how one nation may have suppressed the other through their language, but we didn't cancel that course. And then the last one, my favorite, AP Biological Sciences. Oh yeah, Florida has an AP Biological Sciences course. Now, in biological sciences, you're teaching a wide spectrum of things, and you're teaching a lot of things, especially on an AP level. You're now teaching a lot of biological reasoning. You're not just exploring physical parts, you're not just digging deeper into the functions, the reasoning behind them, how they form, what happens if they misform. It's a lot of different things. So you have all of these subjected to who teaches it and what's the curriculum and what the tests look like, but they're approved and all set to go. So we find ourselves here. The Santis administration denies proposed AP African American Studies class in Florida. So I said that's why I started to kick this off by telling y'all the courses they do got approved. And I said, so well, what the fuck is the problem with African American Studies? An advanced placement course. What's wrong with that? Well, their administration basically sent a letter to the College Board and denied them to offer this course. And here's what they had to say. So they say, please allow this letter to serve as confirmation that the Florida Department of Education does not approve the inclusion of the Advanced Placement African American Studies course in the Florida Course Code Directory and Instructional Personnel Assignments. As presented, the content of this course is inexplicably contrary to Florida law and significantly lacks educational value. In the future, should College Board be willing to come back to the table with lawful, historically accurate content, the FDOE will always be willing to reopen the discussion. And I said, I'll be damned. I said, well, I like to look at, and but no one wants to do legwork, but I like to look at all of the ones that they approved, and I'd like to pair them up with what you all presented for the African American Studies course, and let's literally draw some parallels. What are we saying here that needs more context? So they reclarified their statement once it got out that they don't, because the optics of this is that the whole black, but it's deeper than that to me. It's that it's almost like you're trying to suppress education, an advanced level, because there's African American Studies. They still have that. They didn't take away that. But when we talk about advanced placement, we're talking about an additional layer of studies. We're talking about heritages, cultures, customs, regions. It goes deeper. They've removed that. And so it just begs the question, what are you trying to remove? So they had to come out here and clarify, of course. And so here's it being whitewashed. So the Brian Griffin, their spokesperson, who appeared to be in agreement with the department stance, stating the course leaves large, ambiguous gaps that can be filled with an additional ideological material, which we will not allow. Excuse me? So what about AP World History or Global Studies or Foreign Languages and Biological Sciences? What was that again? Are those subjects not ambiguous, leaving gaps that can be filled with additional ideological material? Are we really saying that about world history and biological sciences? Come on now. Are you for real? And so they go on, as the Department of Education has previously stated, if the College Board amends the course to comply, provides a full course curriculum, and incorporates historically accurate content, then the department will reconsider the course for approval. Now, the College Board has come out. First of all, they said what we've presented to you all isn't in its complete and entirety. We weren't able to give you a complete thorough. This was only the first phase. This was the first phase. In phase 2, we'll also include a curriculum, an instructional assessment, all of those greater detailed things that you need. So it's almost like they're jumping the gun because they wanted to include this in the directory. And when you include it in the directory, it doesn't even have to be an option. It can be just listed, but it's not. It's for future. to be determined. They don't want it even included in the fucking directory. So we're here. And folks in Florida, y'all better wake up. This ain't no just one-sided thing. This ain't no just, oh, he just doing this thing. Nah, this is, you start letting them cancel things that are structured around you knowing more about who you are. You're gonna find that state completely red. It's gonna be a whole problem down there. Wake the fuck up. I hope this is on a ballot measure come in 2 years or something, because this is a serious matter. I'd be damned if there's information that students, all students, I'm not just saying black students, all students should know. And because of him, he feels like, off of a inclusion in a directory. Remember that too. Fuck out of here. So we had him doing that, pulling those stunts. And let me see if any of y'all pay attention to that, because that was like, are you kidding me? Same at my school. Take those for higher placement or satisfy a college credit. Exactly. I can stand him. Okay. You know they would have let me ma walk up out of there with that 50 of coke and smile. Stop with me, ma. My son took a lot of college classes in high school. Exactly. Same here. My friend's kids actually earned a African American degree before stepping on a 4-year college yard. Period. It's an option. Those programs are so beneficial for kids, especially the dual credit one. Yes, where you take it. Yes, what other way to excite your child about wanting to go to college than putting them in courses that they're interested in that gives them college credit? No, you don't think about it that way. You just interested in because his whole thing is, why are we teaching things that won't make one race feel inferior or superior? Well, this is history. If it makes one person or the other feel a certain way, that's for family, and that's also for the teacher to figure out how to comfort that. But these are the history and facts. Eventually it'll come out. They're going to go to a college. They're going to go somewhere. That man is awful. And he really is. He really is, because it's African American studies. That man is an idiot. Getting ready for my great nephew to start taking his college courses while he's in junior year in high school. He'll get his associate. Okay. M. Renee, shout out. I like to hear stuff like that. Okay. Shout the fuck out. That's what we talking about. I need to investigate this. Crazy Sticks girl. So what is the law on black folks in Florida? What you mean? Because thanks, Miss Toby. My great niece will be next. Okay. Shout out. Hey, T. Trisha One. Good morning. Good morning, Florida. That's all I got. Period. My good friend has a daughter with a master's in nursing at the age of 21, another daughter with her master's in education at 21, and her other daughter, wow, educated upon education. They don't want African American studies to be hidden and not a part of any educational system. Period. They want. That's period. That's facts. In pharmacology, her son also has his master's in education. So, Florida folks, I need y'all to pay attention to what's going on here. Keep your eyes on it. Now that you kind of heard about it, glimpse the news as it comes up. If you get more details, drop under the video. Let me know, because I think this is definitely a bigger issue that we see coming along. You know, what if there is a course on advanced placement in Black literature? Or, you know, are we going to say that that's subjective? Why is it everything has to be subjective? There doesn't have to be a counterpart. White literature, there's already established. English literature it's already there. So, you know, stop trying to compare where there's no need to. You're just stop it, because it just, you know, stop it. So let's get into this other political story. So we got the biggest liar on the Republican side out here. Okay. I don't know if y'all ever heard about a liar like Mr. George Santos. So George Santos, who recently won, he won election to New York to be New York's representative for their 3rd congressional district, which covers Long Island and Northeast Queens. So he was recently elected. Now, the New York Times started digging up this man past back all the way back in November, digging him up, and then it finally just started hitting the fans. So we get ourselves here where the man done lied about his own fucking mother. Lied about Mom Dukes. But before we could even talk about him lying about Mom Dukes, I gotta run y'all down on George Santos' lies. This man lied about so much stuff. He's elected now, but he's lied about so much stuff. First thing he lied about was his grandparents fled the Holocaust. Come to find out, the man's not even Jewish or Ukrainian. Second thing he lied about, he graduated from Baruch College and was the star volleyball player. Come to find out, didn't even go to the school. Didn't even play on the volleyball team. They don't even know who the fuck the man was. Next thing he did, he stole a checkbook and spent $700 in Brazil and got caught. He stole another thing he did. He stole a Burberry scarf and wore it to Trump's Stop the Steal rally. And his roommate at the time was like, "Damn, dog, you gonna steal my scarf?" Next thing he did was set up a homeless man's GoFundMe for $3,000 for the man to get surgery for the dog. Once the GoFundMe raised $3,000, this man went nowhere, was nowhere to be found. The dog died 2 years later, 2017. And then finally, this motherfucker went and told people he lost 4 employees in post nightclub shooting. My thing was, how does anyone believe? How did y'all? The lie for me would have been I would have been caught about the Baruch College because he was giving intimate details. I was the star volleyball player. We played against Harvard. I was on the team that defeated Harvard and Yale. Well, hold up now. We got pictures of that. No, ain't nobody fact check. We just not figuring this out. Y'all just got this nigga elected and he embellished that much. Hold up, Republican Party. Y'all done got a crook in there already. Y'all exposing. Y'all slip showing. Y'all slip showing, so now everybody's in outrage. Oh, whoa. So now we get to the fact he lied about his mother. So he goes on. He lied about his mother. This man done put on his whole page. This is what's on his page. George's mother was in her office in the South Tower on September 11, 2001, when the horrific events that day unfolded. She survived the tragedy on September 11th, but she passed away a few later when she lost her battle to cancer. Child. Come to find out his mother wasn't even in the country. Matter of fact, she hadn't been in America since 1999. And then when she tried to come, she tried to apply for a passport in 2003. And on her application, they asked, when was the last time you was in America? She said 1999. And just for the record, 9/11, it is September 11, 2001. So now we find ourselves here. So the mother, his mother, Fatima DeVolder, applied for a U.S. visa in 2003. The Forward reported, citing immigration documents. In those documents, she asserted she hadn't been in the United States since 1999. This man went so far as to tweet the shit. In July 2021, tweet Santos said that 9/11 claimed my mother's life. First of all, why you playing with your mom's spirit like that? All of this to be elected. Now, there's allegations about this man being in drag, and I'm not going to talk about that because it's salacious, and I don't know if it's true yet. So it sounds good, but I don't know if it's true. But it could be him based on the lies, but we find ourselves here. So now the question is, what are the Republicans going to do? What are we going to do? Are you holding a hearing? Or is he going to be pushed out of office on all of these lies that he embellished? He's also did Ponzi schemes. He got finance fraud, all kind of shit, but nothing but scandal upon scandal leaks out. I find it very, very interesting. I find it very, he looks like a criminal. Look at that smirk. Look at that smirk. I wouldn't let him get away with nothing. See what you all. Oh yes, been following that story on DeSanto. Crazy. He should fit right in with those liars. Okay. Period. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Roman and chat. I cannot stand Ron DeSantis. His overall energy, it is very racist. It's very arrogant. It is. It doesn't give no place of compromising, understanding, none of that. It's like, so what? And well, you have a state and you're populated with more than just so what and like it kills me. Get that associates before you even graduate high school. Wish I would have did that. Okay. Child, he's ridiculous. Lying about his mama. He lied about everything. That goes to show you that the Republican Party is shady as heck. He's just a liar, period. Damn, he a liar. His lies went on and on. I have a question. What's wrong with Florida folks? I don't know. Yeah, all of this comes. That's what I said, Brother Carruthers. After the election, sheepy believe him just like folks on YouTube believe some of these lying ass comments. I don't. I be seeing right through the lies. I always be like, oh, really? Trust me on that. A lot of people from Florida think DeSantis is great, and that's the black and white people. You got to leave Florida to see what's lied his family survived the Holocaust. Not even Jewish. He needs to be fired for false information or recall. Lie he worked at Goldman Sachs. And really didn't Trump lie about his Trump lied about his financial records. We all see that now. The man paid $700 in taxes to the U.S. and gave China at that same time gave China $1 million in taxes. I just stopped reading it. I got so sick. I said, y'all let him get away with this though. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at y'all. And there's more people doing the same thing. Like, I want to get to the meat. Out here stealing scarves. How many times Mama gonna die? She Miss Chancellor discussing of him. He needs to apologize to the victims and their families. I'm not speaking. Period. Not for no election. Like he didn't do drag. The lies you tell. Everybody you know, don't lie on your mama. Okay. Oh, about that now. The way they are saying if he misused campaign funds, then he's not fit to stand in office. He really isn't, because what he did with his campaign funds. So the threshold on campaign spending is you can't spend more than $200 at one vendor. You can only spend under $199 and below on one vendor on multiple transactions. So he kept what they call stringing his purchases along for one vendor. So he would spend $199 like 15 times for one vendor to stay below the election rules. And come to find out, the vendor was somebody who was paying him. So he was stealing the money. And I'm like, why? But now we find out about this. And well, technically he didn't violate anything. Damn, he did. Are you kidding me? I mean, you know he ain't gonna do nothing. He promised to do during his day. And I will question everything. Now, you said you was gonna take a walk in the park. What, tomorrow? What time can we expect you? Because we know how you like to embellish. 7? Is that AM or PM? Okay. You got to ask him. You got to ask him all follow-up. Okay. Did I mean the Chrisean story? Not yet. Not yet. We didn't get the hot topics yet. That's a whole fucking mess. He is a threat to national security. His loyalty to the highest bidder. They better get him out of office quick. Did a GoFundMe for the old pooch and kept the money. Baby, a terrible, terrible man. Now, the last political story, and it's not really a political, but it's an update. So you all remember the man who sprayed the homeless woman? Well, he's finally been arrested. What, a week or 2 weeks later? So he's finally been arrested. And let me tell you, before I tell you the charges, let me tell you why this man been arrested. He took his cocky ass around that town and started going on doing radio interviews, started doing TV interviews, and being so, I do it again. I do it again. I do it again. I do it. He kept saying that. I do it again and stuff like that. So finally, people protested. So he ended up being charged. The man is now 71 years old, been charged with misdemeanor battery after the video of him spraying the woman outside his gallery on January 9th. Here it is, January 20th. He faces up to 6 months in prison and a $2,000 fine, the city's district attorney said. He has since apologized for his actions, describing them as indefensible. So now all of a sudden he got a statement. So he says the alleged, his attorney, the district attorney says the alleged battery of an unhoused member of our community is completely unacceptable. Mr. Gwen will face appropriate consequences for his actions. But she also, this is the part that got me, y'all. This is what got me. But she also noted that the vandalism at Foster Gwen Gallery is also completely unacceptable and must stop. Two wrongs don't make it right. First of all, it wouldn't be no vandalism had he not hosed the woman down. It ain't our fault people going around there throwing rocks and breaking his windows. She didn't do it. Y'all arrest him. The vandalism is an issue of law enforcement. Y'all deal with that. Don't be trying to loop that into this situation because it's dealing with a homeless person. Those are two totally separate situations. There would be no vandalism had he not hosed her down. Okay? So the direct result of his behavior came vandalism. Don't loop that shit. Tell me some two wrongs don't make it right. Ho, I don't want to hear all of that. Right now, you should have just ended it on, we got him. We all good. All of that other stuff, put that in another press release and you talk about it on your own time. That's your job. Don't be trying to vandalism and homeless. Don't do all of that. You playing on her time and my time. Don't do all of that shit. All right, y'all. Now we got to get into these last 3 murder stories before we get to hot topics. Damn. told y'all I was gonna give a treat today on today's show. We about to be here for a minute talking about some stuff. So did y'all see this? So I guess the new thing now is if you work in fast food, like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, people are out trying to kidnap you. So I guess the thing is to, as you are giving them the coffee or the food, they're gonna grab your arm, but that's not it. There's this new weapon. They call it a what is it? Zip tie, a zip tie. And as they grab your arm, it latches around your neck, and they can pull you, snatch you out the window. So we got this man who tried to snatch this woman out the window of a Starbucks in Seattle, Washington. Check this shit out. Check this clip out. And please hit that like button, y'all. Y'all know we rocking and rolling this morning. Hit that like button. Give me some love. Give me some love. So as you can see, he literally tried to put his hand and grab her, snatch her ass out, and then put something around her neck to have her come. And she fought. She really, really fought. Now, this is terrifying because I have relatives and people and friends who do work in fast food restaurants, who do work the early morning shift or the late at night shift. Now, this happened at 6, it was like around 6 a.m. in the morning, Monday, early hours, this past Monday. The guy, now here's the crazy thing. The guy was later arrested, right? But they won't release any details of the who he is, what he is. Now here goes Roman speculation. So I said, I wonder if they won't release details of this individual because given the type of device that was used and how complex it is, it's somebody of law enforcement or maybe military. And as I looked at the clip again and tried to get a visual of the truck and the individual, it kind of resonated with me. Y'all, I'm gonna play this clip for y'all one more time. Check this out. That shit is fucking that's unnerving. And the first thing I go, bitch, you ain't had your blade. Slap that. And even if it got around your neck and you had access to your knife or a blade, you could at least cut the string. You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking, literally wrote here. Where was your blade? Where was your blade? So they later arrest the man. They won't release details who we are. The news, I'm gonna show you this clip, but this woman in the clip's like, she gonna stay on it. As soon as she get a name, she gonna release it. And as soon as she get one, I'm gonna share it on my wall. Or if I do another show, I'm gonna give y'all the update. So check this clip out, y'all. And thank y'all for rocking. We are 28 minutes in. We still on local news, going hard in the paint. Thank y'all for being here. Which clip is it?
A man is in custody after allegedly trying to abduct a barista. Security at a coffee stand in Auburn. King 5's Natalie Swaby is there now live and joins us with how the community tips actually led to an arrest in this case, Natalie.
Well, that's right. You know, police released the surveillance video last night. They say they were flooded with phone calls, and we were actually at police headquarters when word came in that a man was in officers' custody. Monday, just after 5 a.m. in Auburn, security cameras show a man in a truck at a coffee stand. Police say he appears to grab a hold of the barista and attempt to use a zip tying device as he pulls her toward the drive-through window. She fights back, and before he drives off, the camera captures a clear view of a tattoo on his arm and a side profile of his face. Kelly Jackson works at a different coffee stand near Auburn, and she saw the video after it was released on social media.
The Auburn Police Department, yep. She's obviously giving for his drink and then trying to grab at her. It's absolutely terrifying, scary. When these things happen, you know, it puts you a little bit unnerving.
About 14 hours after police released the video, there was this result.
I just got a text message saying that the suspect is in custody, so we have made an arrest.
Colby Crossley with the Auburn Police Department says as the images circulated, the calls started to come in.
The community played an absolutely major role.
They already found him and arrested him.
The arrest has been the focus of conversations here.
Thank goodness, like her instincts was to like pull away and do things like that. But
this coffee stand is more than 5 miles away from where police say the attempted abduction took place. But Jack says the incident highlights the precautions so many baristas rely on, like having quality security cameras.
We are equipped with a lot of cameras for that reason, for safety. We have pepper spray in the shops. We have a panic button in here as well.
Extra steps that serve an important purpose.
All right, you guys have a great day.
All right, thank you. Bye.
That don't make no sense. So y'all watch out. Watch out for that. And also, if you work like early in the morning, even though you know it don't hurt to have something on you, just as a precaution, because you never know if it's happening to an area near you or where. I saw the clip and I said, well, I'll be damned. They really out here trying to do this to people. So yeah. Now this next story comes from Baltimore. Yes, we're talking about from Baltimore. So we have an 18-year-old. This happened in 2022, late December 2022. We have an 18-year-old who's arrested for shooting his 8-year-old brother with a gun that he got by trading his puppy for it. Let's get into this story. So when it first went down, right? When this first went down, what had happened was you had this 18-year-old boy. His name is Dylan King. You had Dylan King at home watching 4 of his siblings, right? Now, maybe a couple weeks prior to this, Dylan had exchanged a puppy for a shotgun. Now, they say the shotgun is legal and it has no sort of regulations, meaning you don't have to permit to have it or not. So the trade of a puppy for this gun was legal because the kid was 18 years old. In fact, his father went along with him for this trade. And his father had initially took him to a gun range, because he expressed this deep interest in shooting guns. So for all we know, he's interested in guns. So on the night in question, he's watching his 4 younger siblings. So we have a 8-year-old Devin Wilson, who is, well, for all we know, shot. And Devin is in the room screaming and yelling. So Dylan calls his dad and his mom and say, Devin shot himself. Come here. So they get to the house, the parents assuming that as well, which is weird. And when the police get there, they see the 18-year-old with the gun to him, his head saying, I'm going to shoot myself. I'm going to kill myself. So they got him to stop, calm down. It's okay. But the police was able to determine at the crime scene that he didn't shoot himself because he had a bullet in the back of his head, his neck, and his back. Ain't no 8-year-old doing that. So once the autopsy came back, they ruled it a homicide. And it took just 2 days ago for them to arrest this 18-year-old boy. Now, there's been no motive, what happened, what went on. But for all we know is this 18-year-old killed his 8-year-old brother. I don't want to assume that there's a mental thing going on, because I hate just going there all the time. But this is the 18-year-old. And so they're charging him with first and second degree murder charges, first degree assault, and other firearm charges. And again, police said Wilson bought the shotgun from an unknown person and that its purchase was not considered illegal because Wilson is 18. He has no criminal background, and the firearm is not considered to be a regulated firearm. And the charging document also reveals Wilson was able to buy a shotgun from someone after selling or trading a puppy for it. A whole puppy for it. I bet you his father. Let me shut up. Let me say that till after. So I'm gonna show this this clip of this boy. I want you all to listen to. make sure I have it. Okay, I want you all to listen to the facts of this case, because as soon as more of it comes out, we'll be able to trail this story. Right now, they're leading with no motive. I don't know if the brother and the other brother got into an argument. You just don't know. So we're here. Oh yes, yes, Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I am concerned. You know, it's just sad, you know.
Balloons along a fence in West Baltimore. This is where family and friends held memorial vigil for 8-year-old Dylan King, who attended Matthew Peterson Elementary. He lived just a couple of blocks away in this house on Presbury Street. He died after getting shot in the head.
It's sad, man, and it still is. You know, it still is.
Police made an arrest. The boy's brother, 18-year-old Devin Wilson, is charged with first and second-degree murder and assault. The weapon used, according to investigators, a long-barreled shotgun.
All of a sudden, you hear this screaming and yelling. Then we found out that the child died, but we still didn't know exactly what happened until like a day later.
According to a court charging document, immediately after the shooting, Devin Wilson called his mother and said Dylan had been shot. When Wilson talked to his stepfather, he claimed his brother accidentally shot himself. The neighbor rushed over and performed a court document for detail about what happened prior to the shooting. It indicates Devin Wilson had previously purchased the shotgun from an unknown individual, and Devin has recently expressed interest in shooting guns. His mother and stepfather had taken Devin to an indoor gun range for his 18th birthday. They both were aware that Devin had purchased the shotgun after having sold or traded a puppy for it.
Another tragedy in the Black community, but it's children. And that goes to show you how easy it is for a child, 18-year-old boy, to get a shotgun. He had a shotgun, you know, it's just, that's how easy it is.
The charging document also reveals this. According to police, the purchase of the firearm that Wilson made not be considered illegal because he's 18 and because he has no known criminal background. Also, police tell us that they are trying to find out more about that weapon. They want to know where it came from before Wilson got it. Reporting from East Baltimore, Barry Sims, WBAL.
So now what you have is actually the police officers looking. They're trying to find something to hold somebody else accountable. So now they want to find out who he bought the gun from. Now, if nothing ever happened, say he never shot his brother or anything like this, would y'all care? You did? Would you want to find out? Now it's a question. They also want to, I think they want to investigate the parents, about their involvement, possible involvement, connection with the gun as well. But we're here. It's sad. Little 8-year-old boy. I can only imagine what his final moments were. Who knows? Maybe he was walking past and he just playing with the gun and just decided to shoot him. You got to be out your fucking mind to do that to your brother, yo. That's a sad. It's gonna haunt him for the rest of his life. I tell you that much. I know that for a whole fact. He's gonna haunt him. So he used his little brother as target practice. Zaire, that's what it sounds like. As usual, they are focusing on the wrong thing. His parents must be slow too. This has nothing to do. Trisha, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what are we talking about? What does that have to do with anything? Thank you, Mr. Crothers. Y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe and share the video. I must admit that my city, Baltimore, has a severe gun violence problem, and the people handling the guns are sadly getting younger and younger. A whole fact. I think they should be regulated as well. What do you mean? Anything with a bullet, a gun? Sad that family lost 2 kids. 2 kids. Wow, I lived on Presbury as a child and attended the same elementary school. Rest in power, young Prince. So sad. My God. He shouldn't have been allowed to handle the gun. He didn't have the proper training. Ain't no way a range visit justifies owning. These gun laws are too loose, extremely too loose. Those inmates used to cut up when they decided that they were going to fight. Now you see this country need gun control. Truly, I couldn't imagine. Hey, Zap, good morning. Good morning. He sure do look mental. Okay, in reference to the prior story, this is why I don't think stores should be doing single opens or closes. It's just too dangerous. If they can't find 2 people to open the store, it shouldn't open yet. I agree. The hell you got? Okay, I absolutely agree. I still would have decked her. He was doing something else to that little boy and was probably afraid he would start talking. Uh-oh. So the brother intentionally shot him, or was it by accident? He shouldn't have been. That's the thing. That's where we're stuck at. What was the motive? What was happening? By the police arriving on the scene, they were able to determine that he shot him from the back. My God, I'm telling you, the name will soon come out. Last Friday, a 17-year-old high school student was shot walking from school. They arrested the 18-year-old shooter yesterday who had fled to North Carolina. Yeah, this violence is getting out of control, and it is getting younger and younger. Now, in our last story, look at that time. We got 20 minutes on the clock. Our last crime story of the day is a Shanquila Robinson update. Yes, finally for maybe some kind of updation or not, depending on who you are. It may be an updation or not as I turn the page to more notes. So Shanquila Robinson updates. See, I'm gonna brag just for one moment. These aren't updates for the crew. This isn't updates for y'all. I don't want y'all to sit here and think like y'all finna hear something new. These updates are not updates for the crew. Period. Everything you're finna hear, I've told y'all. It's just everyone else catching up. Okay, I just had to say that. But these are updates. And shout out to Danny Robertson. Yo, I've been following her on the case, and I enjoy it, and it's a pleasure to like be in her chat while she breaking it down, because the same questions I have, she has. One question last night as I was sitting there watching, we're gonna watch the same interview. The man kept cutting the Mexican prosecutor off, and we're like, let the man talk. We want to hear him. And so he kept cutting him off so he could just give only one direction. But the only information that I got, and I'm gonna show you the clip of the Mexican prosecutor and what he had to say about the case is that they are working with the U.S. authorities at this point. The Mexican authority, they are working with them. B, all of a sudden now, it's potential homicide. And they didn't know it was going to be a potential homicide. That's why they dubbed it femicide, because at the time they couldn't question anyone because they had fled the country. Well, I'm like, duh, anybody could tell you this was homicide. I mean, if y'all started acting on this because y'all saw the video online, then y'all should have known it was femicide a lot sooner than today. We're at January 20th and you're just now telling us there's a possibility this might be homicide. And now they also they're asking the U.S., they're requesting interviews from the U.S. to help determine if there are other suspects. And the U.S. is basically saying that they're at a point where they have to conduct their own investigation. And that's what the process they're in. This may take a lot more months. I said 6 months, but it may take a lot more time for them to come to a conclusion. But one thing we do know and know for certain is that they're using electronic surveil data, meaning they're tapping motherfuckers' phones, they're checking emails, they're looking at messages. That's one thing that we can know that they're doing. So given that, Mexican prosecutors have issued a red alert. Now, we talked about this. We talked about the poll alerts and all the national alerts. And I told you the first step in issuing an alert through, what was it, the International Crime Police, I forgot the name, was to issue a red alert. Now, a red alert is just simply that if this person is traveling in one of the countries, is that they are also wanted for questioning by one of the member nations. It doesn't mean that you can detain them. It means you can stop them and say, hey, you're wanted for questioning here. Would you like to? Don't mean that you can detain them or anything. That's just a red alert. So they've issued that red alert. I'm like, oh, great, wonderful. So this is just the steps we are further. Like, they're just now catching up. We're at the point where the U.S. has investigated it. They've now issued the extradition papers. They've approved it, or one of these suspects have legal defense, and we're in court with that. That's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is the FBI doing, what the judge is doing. So we didn't get there, but we do know the prosecutors and what they're saying. So check this out. And this is like some of the latest. This ain't no gossip. This ain't no somebody got a purse stolen and somebody, I don't care about all of that gossipy stuff when it comes to Shanquila Robinson in this case. I truly only care about the facts and what really is happening in this case. So we can learn and we'll know what happens moving forward. So check this out.
New this morning, new details.
Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Got me going out of my breath. Catching my breath.
Details in the death investigation of Shanquila Robinson. A Mexican prosecutor investigating the case says her friends had already left Cabo before they discovered her death was a potential homicide. Now officials say they're working to extradite at least one unnamed suspect back to Mexico. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us now live in Uptown. Richard, this is starting to make a little bit more sense for everybody because now we're understanding why the suspects were not immediately at least detained or charged in Shanquila's death.
Absolutely correct, Ben. Good morning to you. Good Thursday morning, everyone. Basically, this is a situation that police say they've been working on since the information about her death became to their attention. They say they're doing everything they can, and they let the public know that all those responsible will eventually be brought to justice.
Shanquella Robinson died when she went on a trip to a resort in Cabo, Mexico last October with 6 friends. Those friends returning to the U.S. telling her family that she died of alcohol poisoning. But days later, several videos surfaced of events in that resort in Cabo. In November, Mexican authorities reported her death was a result of a broken neck and severe spinal cord injury and announced they had issued an arrest warrant for a woman in that group. But the unidentified woman has yet to be arrested. Now we're learning the Mexican prosecutor investigation has asked U.S. officials if there were accomplices in the crime. Baja California Sur Attorney General Daniel De La Rosa Anya says everyone responsible will be brought to justice, and he also explained why arrests were not initially made.
However, this is why there are investigations, so that it is precise and determined. And in this case, with the application of the protocols, it is determined and accredited that it is an intentional death, product of femicide.
And of course, police say they continue to investigate and take all of the information. That is law enforcement, both here as well as in Mexico. We're in Uptown. Richard Devane for Wake Up Charlotte.
And I don't know how the Mexican YouTuber journalist / private investigator, because you know he literally went from being a journalist in Mexico through this case has now become a private investigator. If you go to his Facebook page, it's literally brand spanking new off of this case. I'm like, only in Mexico can you go from a journalist to a private investigator. Like, for real. Ain't nobody hiring King Roman News as a private investigator. That means you really ain't taking your case serious. I would tell you that, like, you need to get an attorney too. Like, you probably need to get somebody real. I'll work side by side. So the fact that he's just up here answering questions and sitting with the attorney general, it's like, the fuck? Okay, we supposed to trust him. That's why I didn't include him in this story or go to his page as a reference. So this is where we are in this case. Again, you all, it's going to be a slow walking process. And Risa, you put something really wonderful in the chat because that's the whole thing. Well, once the U.S. conduct their investigation, they're good as got. Just formalities and gathering all info and evidence at this point. Period. And low-key, through the State Department, the U.S. State Department, they're going to force the Mexico authorities to reword this in order for it, because the U.S. isn't going to initiate coming out here saying this. They're going to make it so that Mexico thwarts this, and that's for a number of reasons. If it comes out that the U.S. implicated, meaning chumped up this evidence for no basis, just to prove Mexico right, they need to literally have Mexico say, okay, here's what we have. Can y'all go? Oh, yeah, that looks good. And then it's sort of backhanded, but they have to do it that way in order for the defense of these suspects, so they don't come back and say the process was rigged, the process was wrong. So it's a lot of that going on right now. We can't hear a lot of. That's why the FBI is tight-lipped. So it's gonna be like this for a while. Again, justice always for Shanquella. You know, rest in peace. I never met you. I don't know who you are, but your story definitely touched our hearts. And we can't imagine going on the trip with our own friends and some shit like this happening. So trust me, girl, we want to know what's gonna happen, and we want justice for you and your family. And to you raggedy muffins. Oh, I hope y'all can't live in the world the same. I hope y'all can't, because this shit don't make no sense. Y'all day coming. I'm gonna be right here to report on it too. I'm gonna be right here. I'll wait. I'll wait. This is called future content. Okay, I'll wait, baby. I got a whole file right on my desktop for y'all. I'll wait. And thank y'all, crew. Listen, just stalling to make excuses on both sides. Our side is holding crap up. Period. And I don't understand why it takes them this long. I mean, what else y'all need to know? I'm sure, I'm sure they got a lot more details than we actually know. I can't wait for justice for this case, period. So Mexico is talking, but US as usual keeping quiet. Please give me some love. Sometimes it's best to keep quiet so they won't know how they move. Thanks for the update. Of course, this story has more or less lost steam on social and mainstreaming. And you know what? It's gotten drowned by a lot of misinformation and a lot of like gossipy stuff to make people want to watch and pay attention to it. Like Salacious, you got to say something crazy, like finding out who owns the Cabo villa. Now that we know who owns it, what does that do? It was great for that video. It was great, but it doesn't move the needle. So I'm about moving the needle. He was a criminal journalist, been working with police for years. Oh, that's what it is. They let him get away writing like that? Oh, baby. Me either. I don't trust Dorado at all. He still has not provided solid receipts that Dejanay is arrested. Remember, he said she's been arrested. I ain't trusting it. I ain't trusting it. So that's our update. I'm gonna stay tuned to the story. Now listen, we got on hot topics, because I'm not done. I'm gonna do my hot topics. We got Chrisean Rock, we got TJ Holmes, we got Marvin Gaye, Young Thug, and Tory Lanez coming up. Okay, but I need to switch out and switch up. Okay, so y'all got to give me a little minute to do it. I appreciate y'all for being here. Hit that like button, give me some love, and stay. Don't leave. Stay with me. Go fill your coffee cup up, do something. But I'll be right back. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so we are back, and we are back for hot topics, baby. Okay, Whew, I felt like I might need to just do like 2 different shows, like a local news and a hot topic section, because that was a lot to get through. But thank y'all for being here and thank y'all for getting through that. That's what's going on in the world. We need to talk about it. I don't want to ever sweep anything under the rug. I want to get through it all and I want to do it our style, like all the details. So we're now in hot topics. The first thing I want to talk about is Miss Chrisean Rock. Okay. I don't know what in the world is going on with this woman, but Chrisean Rock, it appears like she is going through it. It's giving me a total breakdown. It's giving me like she does not need to be in a relationship. She needs to be on a couch. And I'm, we talk about Blueface and his issues, but I want to focus here today on just this segment on Chrisean Rock. That's it. I think this woman needs love, support, because this whole episode she pulled recently is beyond me. So we're gonna get into this clip, but I have to give you some details about how this broke down so you'll understand why it broke down the way it did. So on Thursday, yesterday, Chrisean Rock and Blueface were at the No Jumper podcast. Well, yesterday it was uploaded. I don't know what day they were on, but yesterday it was uploaded to the No Jumpers Instagram page on TikTok. And it's from their podcast. And so during this Q&A, they had just came into the room. So they sat down and it was already given like they got some issues. So during this Q&A, there comes a point where they're talking about the video clip that we all saw of him getting bust on the head with some glass. And he goes to say it was her fault. She attacked me. And she didn't like that. And so she started to feel like, damn, everybody ganging up on me, making it feel like me, making me feel bad. Nobody got my back. And so in his defense, he was like, this is about me. This is my interview. Like, you can go. Like, this is my interview. Like, y'all get her out of here. You going to either talk or is it going to be about you or is it going to be about me? And I said, there's the fucking problem you all have. And that's the problem. And I want y'all to watch this clip and see it for yourself. This issue is turned from being a relationship to a business relationship. And right now you all are competing for the same fucking resources. Fame, clout, money, attention. Y'all both are. I see it in both you all. Y'all have a whole fucking domestic violence show on Zeus. I won't promote it. I don't even talk about them as much because I don't want to condone or promote. Every time you see them, they fighting each other. That shit, I saw the glass. I didn't even want to talk about that. So, but we're here because I want to point Chrisean Rock's behavior out because I think it's a desperation and it's a plea for something else, for attention, and it's not through a man. And I see a lot of people, you notice I'm learning not to say just women, but a lot of people think that they can resolve some of their self issues, the issues they have with self, through a man, someone else. That's not always the case, honey. You being next to this nigga, this dude, that is not your resolution. It still continues. Y'all both are competing with each other. They're competing for the same stuff. There's no resolving that. You're going to always want to be the one in the interview where you looked upon better and get more clout. But here, unfortunately, you weren't. And this is the outcome. The way they had to drag her up out of here is fucking embarrassing. So the first thing I want to show you all is how they entered. Now, pay attention to this. And I titled this Mood. I said, oh, this was given how this whole episode was going to go. So watch this.
Great. I'm doing great.
Okay. She was a little teary-eyed a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
What's going on? What happened?
What's going on?
I just emotional. I don't know if it's my period or am I pregnant. I don't know.
You say you don't know if it's your period or if you're pregnant.
I'm just saying, like, that's what's going on.
Well, I don't think you're pregnant if you got your period, sweetie.
I'm just.
So you can already see there's something going on, something going on with her. She's feeling some kind of way, and Blueface is just sitting there casually, like, I don't know, shit, I don't know, and it's given like he don't know. Like, are y'all in a relationship? And so we get here. So y'all check this out, and please make sure y'all hit that like button. This this is just ridiculous.
It's not cool. That's
You want to get violent?
bad,
That's
bruh.
it, violent.
Can I ask you a question?
So,
It's the life we
you're
chose.
saying you're bad.
No, I said that's bad. I'm not
That
saying
mentality.
you're bad.
You're trying to say, and you're trying to gaslight me. Just let me talk for myself. I don't like nobody setting me up in a conversation. Let me talk for myself.
So
It's sensitive.
I think I'm gonna finish.
What you playing for?
I think I'm gonna finish it.
No, you're not.
You wanna do it by yourself?
What do you mean? Do it by
I'm gonna do it. I'm
myself.
gonna do it. I'm
Are
not
you
gonna-
looking at me?
No. Wait, this is what I'm saying. Fuck.
No, because you're being weird.
Hey. No, take her outside. Take her outside. Take her outside. You. I don't speak for you.
Right.
That's what you said the whole interview. I don't speak for you. So now you're cut. Like, bro, close the blinds. Bro, close the blinds. Take her outside if you got to. Take her outside. No, I didn't.
Hey, please get her outside.
Tiny, take her outside, bro. Pick her up by her ankle.
Talk,
You want to be a man? I'm going to show you.
I'm not being a man. You
You're
come here.
No.
You come here. Come here.
There ain't nobody trying to grab you, woman. Ever like people trying to just be respectful. You'll still be able to talk and assess the situation, but right now, yeah, I just think it's best that it just.
No. No, kid.
I gotta take you. I gotta take you.
Come here. Like that. Come here. Hey, come here, bro. What are you like? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? What are you doing that for?
Camera down.
You hurting my blue.
Yeah? Or you need to wet your camera? Huh? Don't worry about what. I will wet your camera.
Blue, what are you doing, my nigga? Come here.
Hold on, with you. I'm walking out there right now. I'm coming with you.
Hey.
What is going? What that? At this point, Blueface. The only reason you're with her is because of a relationship, a business relationship. It's only because you know bringing her will bring a viral view. You'll get attention on your name. You'll get paid, whatever the case may be. Because at this point, that display of her going from 0 to 1,000, that's not that. You can't tell me that's love. That's obsession. She's obsessing over the lifestyle. She's not obsessing over you as the man, because her instinct, my instinct with my significant other would not be to tear up a set while we get in a bag. That's embarrassing. And now I'm going to tell you, people are not going to want you to bring her around or interview. Or if they do, they want it for the bullshit. They know what's going to come. They know something's going to pop off. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. And it's so sad because initially we immediately assume that Blueface is the one being the most destructive. But recently, honestly, she's been very destructive. Very, very destructive. He better run. He better run. Are you kidding me? He better run. Yes, it was. It was a classic move of dominance. She had her leg, and then she's just so attitudey. It's like, what is the problem? We get in a bag, baby. What's good? That kind of attitude is not sustainable for getting a bag with anybody. You can't broker a deal. And then to take it one step further, so they get into a Twitter war this morning. I told you I don't like reporting them, so I didn't even grab the tweets. But they get into a Twitter war last night to this morning. They're going back and forth, or the night before, they're going back and forth on Twitter because as this leaks out on the air, he's talking about, the whole conversation of she wanted him to fight his family for her. And so he told her, you ain't gonna fight your family for me. So he goes to Twitter to tweet, if we go to a bank and I go in and rob it, and then we go to the next bank and I tell you to go in and rob it, and you tell me, no, you don't feel like it, I need to start looking at you differently. And so then he tweets on, that's why I got one baby mom who I'm gonna love for the rest of my life, or some bullshit. So she tweets back to him, why you keep throwing your baby mom in my face? That's like throwing the fact that Jesus is God's son in our faces. I said, so you know this, y'all both, this is bull. Like, what is going on? So at this point, and she goes on to say, he's tweeting all of this while he's literally laying right next to me. I said, what kind of toxic, fucked up, who really wants to enjoy the fruits of their labor, their money, living like this? Y'all this some Whitney Bobby on steroids, because you know they're doing drugs. Her teeth gave it away. So I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I'm not here for the relationship. It's so ignorant. She needs to love herself. That man is so bogus to be holding her back. He is so lost. She don't want to leave him though. That's the thing. She don't want to leave him. She not gonna leave him. It's always been business for him. Absolutely. So sad. And she is so cute and just a crazy girl. She really do. She need rehab, Joe. The alcohol and drugs are going to take her out. I think they love each other and jealous of each other at the same time. That's the worst relationship to be in. This man has told and demonstrated how much he does not care for her. She's battling with childhood trauma and is bonded to him because he gave her the time of day. I really want her to get help. On this interview, she was on 1,000, but he's been on 1,000 too. Like I said, they are both problematic. That is complete disgusting way to do a woman, and yet we are not looking at what message we are showing to people who supports them. Both of them are wrong. Their relationship started off as business and pivoted to romantic situationship. She needs to realize she is the one people like and follow. Why won't she realize that? Honey, you got the clout. You are the one. What is it? She don't want to lose him to another woman? That's horrible. Then going back and forth on Twitter, sitting in the same house, in the bed next to each other. Fuck you, bitch. Like, what? Who is doing this? I ain't got the time of day to be picking up my phone, wasting my charging time, fucking with you while I'm sleeping. You better get off my line with that. So we got Chrisean Rock and Blueface doing that. Then we find out. TJ Holmes has allegedly had sex with a 24-year-old intern in his office, baby. So come to find out. Okay. Now I'm looking at the wife. This is why I'm looking at the wife. So come to find out, he's had another affair back in 2015 with this lady named Jasmine Pellaway. Okay. Now, Jasmine Pellaway was a script coordinator back in 2015. So she moved to LA to be a script coordinator for the show in 2015. And their fling started. This is how he gets the girls. Their flings literally started by him saying, let's go grab some drinks. And so eventually grabbing drinks turned into them having a sexual relationship. Now, they go on to say, like, this is what got me. They say the informant went on to allege that the first time the pair's relationship got sexual was in the office, his office, only a couple of hours before he was set to go on the air. I said, damn, he was getting it in like that? Now, can I tell y'all something? This is just Roman. This ain't King Roman news. This is Roman, the regular person. I would have been all down for something like that had he not been married. Like, had he just been a regular on air, baby, y'all wouldn't have known about it. But what? I'll be smiling while he on air. That's right. You did that. What? But to this extent, you're cheating on your wife. So it happened in 2015. Now, the thing is that his wife knew about it. She knew about it to the point that he was doing the same thing he was doing with Amy, with this woman in public, holding her hands, be at office parties all around her and shit like that, smoozing her, making her feel good. And then he would cut her off, like go throw her a cold shoulder. Then when he wants some loving, he'll start talking back to her. Then he'll cut her off. And she was down for it until eventually she went on to work somewhere else and the fling was done with. Nobody was exposed or nothing like that. But now this stuff is coming out. So now we understand when I talked about why he got to go. Now it makes sense why he got to go. I said I knew it'd be some more, but that don't let me let up. Amy Robach needs to be investigated as well. I want to know how many other men, if there were other men as points of allegation. I'm not letting up off of her. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Until I know that y'all did an investigation on her too, I don't think it's equitable. So he got lame with that. So now they're saying that the lawyers as well as ABC execs are at the table negotiating their exit strategies, negotiating their exit plans as we speak. So I said, oh, they're going to get paid. This is going to be a buyout of the rest of their contract plus some more so that they don't sue. They're going to sign an indemnity clause where they can't sue, they're not liable, all of that good stuff, and they're going to exit smoothly. It's funny because they're pairing Amy in this as well, and I thought Amy would still be around because they want her to be on ABC. So it'll be interesting how this turn out. But TJ Holmes, you want to go grab some drinks? You want to go grab some drinks? You just around here just wow. You just taking advantage. Poor little lady. I guess she said wow. Y'all, I just never imagined. I didn't expect him to be. I just didn't expect it. Is this when the wife filed for divorce or separated previously? This wasn't their first rodeo down as TJ side bitch. Nope. Sounds to me that the wife was okay with it. Sounds like an open marriage. Just a lot of couples that have that. This is why we always question why either was she silent or after all this stuff, why was it like this? That she was building, she already knew what time it was. Law TJ don't be playing with that thing. No, he don't. It's going to be an episode for my man. He is a fuck nigga through and through. Danny, good morning. I just shouted you out. Yes, Danny, come through with the facts. I was just letting my crew know that it is a pleasure watching you as you break down Shanquila Robinson. And I was giving them updates from you, and you asked the same questions that I have. So I was just shouting you out. Y'all go support. I share videos all the time. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Right, because he ain't even cute. That's my ass off. Well, damn, TJ. TJ got it all up and through him, Lord. Nobody's not going to want to interview her. She don't want to leave him because she doesn't know what her next storyline will be. So we here with TJ. TJ don't have a type. He loves them all. Baby, I feel bad for the wife. It's just like, girl. So you get the divorce, you get the kid, and everyone is saying that no one knows how much stress this is putting on the child. I said, I know absolutely how much stress is putting on the child. The problem is TJ don't care because he's been with women who's shown that they don't care. And y'all remember we went back to the birthday post he posted up of his celebrating his wife. And he was like, happy birthday to the best woman. You've been with me through all. You had so many times to turn away. Well, now we know one of the times back in 2015 with the whole script coordinator. Yo, I should have been out on him. I wouldn't have been chilling with no Amy Robach. That would have been the next bitch on I'd have been eyeing her down like, oh, okay. All right. So we had the script coordinator. Now you got Amy. So I hope you get everything that's deserving of you. You got a case to get you alimony, all that good stuff. Please get it. And make sure if him and Amy get together that it's going to be a payment because she get the one with the millions. She got millions to his million. So, yeah, that's how I feel. And I need Amy to be investigated. I ain't lying. I'm not letting up off of that at all. True, but this stuff happens all the time at businesses. True. And they be so flagrant with it. Oh, yeah, I know it happens. Yeah, I know it happens, though. All right, so let's get into the next hot topic story. So we were just talking about this man. More details have come out, so I wanted to talk about it. Marvin Gaye III's wife files restraining order against him after the domestic violence. So we got more details. Remember how I was telling you that, because I was reading from Twitter and Reddit some of my facts. So now it's come to the light. That stuff has been proved correct. So remember how I was telling you the minute he pulled the gun out on his wife and was going to threaten her cousin was because they had prior to that a domestic violence situation where him and her had got into it. And that was the whole reason the cousin was over there to sort of keep, look, nigga, you ain't going to be putting your hands on her. And so now we got more information why. And so now she comes out and get a restraining order against him. And I'm like, girl, you should have been, he probably been over there knocking your ass out for a while now. You should have been got a restraining order on this man. But I know how it goes when you got money and you want to keep things under quiet. But looking like this, girl, I'd have gave him 3 years, 3 good years, and took his ass straight to court. I'd have set his ass up with somebody. Girl, you gonna come over here and just seduce him? Come on, I'll give you 10. Just you need to seduce him, and you need to say things like he don't want to be with me. Get all of that. I get it all. Say how he even asked him if he wanted off me. Get it all on record. You should have been plotting your exit strategy. So more details come out. The news arrived after Marvin III was accused of pointing a gun at his own cousin during an argument in his home in Los Angeles on January 12th. Deputies received a call around 8:05 p.m. on Thursday for a family dispute and responded to the Calabasas home of Marvin III. He reportedly got into an argument with his wife and cousin about a previous assault. Well, that previous assault was identified Marvin III as the suspect. It's unclear if anyone was injured in the incident, but footage obtained by the site shows Marvin III's wife being assisted by paramedics and police outside the home after the dispute. No arrest was made. He must have hit her ass hard of the initial assault, of this initial incident. What the fuck? You should have been that was the point to get a restraining order, ma'am. What is going on? So I don't know if, he's out on bond. She got a restraining order. I don't know if he can't live there or she got another place or what they're going to do. The man has money. He has the estate of his father. So he has money. So it's just going to be interesting how this plays out. Again, this is why I always say if you are in a domestic violence situation, it's best to document. Call folks, text folks, do all of those things. So when shit like this happens, it's easier for you to get that out. Build your out into your situation. And so we find ourselves here. Now, Young Thug, okay? Did y'all see this? Young Thug was handed a whole fucking Percocet in court. I said, I said to myself, this the kind of shit that only happens in this kind of cases. You never see no shit like this before. I said, how does someone think that it's cool to come slide up to your table and hand you a Percocet? And as you watch this clip, you're gonna notice real fucking quick how the bailiffs and the sheriffs came over quick because anybody approaching that table that was gonna get got. So I'm sitting here thinking like, what? So first I thought this was planned, like they had planned this because he need a perk. He does look like a perk head. I ain't not gonna hold you. Then I was like, B, well, they have been having recent issues about people bringing drugs into the jail. Somebody had wrapped marijuana up in a foil and tried to bring it in the front entrance through a juror, during a jury session. So I'm thinking like maybe this is a planned thing. Come to find out, I'll give you the details. Watch this ridiculousness. Now, what is going on? Well, who in their right mind would think to do some shit like that? Well, come to find out, because I guess this took up the whole fucking court day. Come to find out, a motion filed. Allegedly, Young Thug says he does not even know the guy. Said that he doesn't even know the guy. So they cleared Young Thug of any wrongdoing. I said, okay, Young Thug. And to clarify, they said that for a clarification of the record, this man approached the defendant, which is Young Thug, and extended a closed right hand. Williams extended his open right hand toward defendant Adams' closed right hand and accepted an item of contraband. They claim Williams closed his right hand around the contraband and placed his closed right hand underneath the table where he sat next to his attorney to conceal his receipt of the illegal contraband, to wit, Percocet. And so for a clarification of the record, because that's what the prosecutors wanted. They wanted to make sure for the clarification of the record, is this what happened? So I said, you are I don't know if y'all playing this shit or what, but dog, you are stacking it and stacking it and stacking it on you. They're going to use this kind of stuff. Who does this? And so the suspect goes on. The suspect, who is serving a life sentence for a murder conviction and recovered Percocet, marijuana, tobacco, and other contraband wrapped in plastic and food seasoning to mask the odor of the marijuana. So my first question is, how in the fuck is somebody who's serving a life sentence for a murder conviction able to be in a courtroom right there? How did that happen? 1. 2, they recovered Percocet, marijuana, tobacco, and other contraband wrapped in plastic and food seasonings to mask the odor of the marijuana. Well, we already know weed smells. So to mask that smell, mean you had to have a lot of garlic and onion powder. So nobody smelled that walking in the courtroom? Y'all all thinking it smelled funky and shit? Like a whole food truck stop in the courtroom? Nobody knew that. Nobody looked around and said, "Nah, nigga, what you fuck, you got hamburgers in your pocket and shit? What the fuck is going on over here?" Like, damn. Nobody until he took a pill up. Like, like, come on. Sometimes I look at this shit and say, y'all were that into the case that y'all all that shit passed up. Like, I mean, I couldn't even be that interested in the damn case that I miss all of that good stuff. And so when the man ended up going to jail, check this shit out. When the man ended up going to jail, Adams was then taken to Grady Hospital after he appeared to ingest other items of contraband that he held on his person in an effort to conceal the extent of his crimes within the courtroom. The motion claims the incident caused the jury selection process to be delayed and adjourned before a single juror hardship was addressed for the day. I said, whose fault is that? What's the reason of having sheriffs and bailiffs to monitor a courtroom when they couldn't even detect shit like this? He walked well up enough to the table. Like, we all saw the same fucking thing. This man had enough time to walk to the table. Do I think it was allegedly all planned? Hell yeah. You saw the way he put his hand under the table. That's okay, I got it. Go. Now he don't know the man. Look, y'all. Huh? Young Thug, you gonna have to go through withdrawals, bruh. You got to go through the withdrawals. I know. I already know, bruh. You got to go through the withdrawals. Just sit it out. I'm sure somebody been getting you Percocet this long this time. Sit it out. Chill. Relax. Like, come on. You got to relax on that. Like, what is wrong with people? Why she look like a young Martha Stewart? Stop. King Roman News, don't forget about our beef sector hot topics. Don't get me started. You trying to get me started? And Renee, what happened in the beef sector? I've been so busy. I missed a lot, child niggas. In the courthouse, in the whole courthouse, in front of 11 people and cameras. Wow, not office parties. The wife must be over him for real, for real. These wives need to start getting all their coins and start living their best lives. Seriously. Then he thought he would just walk off. Boy, these folks stupid. She did a video last night and her and Rob look really, yeah. He been locked up long enough to be aired out from those Percocets or any other drug. These courtroom clearly aren't doing proper search. How many of us would have smelled garlic, seasoning, salt? I would have sat there and said, now what? I'd have been sneezing. What the fuck? Do y'all smell this? Who got a burrito open? What is that? Yeah, something is going on over here. I smell a whole taquiera. I smell a whole Chipotle over here. What is going on? And to walk around freely in the courtroom don't sound right. Why was he even allowed to be that close to him? Why would his homie place him at? That's the question. It's already looking like they're going to throw the book at Thug. Yeah, they is. This was beyond foolish. Yeah, they is. He gonna get it. Andrew, can you? Oh yeah, he gonna get it for sure. For sure. Now speaking of somebody who has gotten the book and now has regrets, and we talked about this here. So can we talk about this real quick? Tory Lanez reportedly regrets not testifying in Megan Thee Stallion case. I said, now look at this shit here. Before I say anything to you all, I have to drop this in your brain so that as we talk about this, you can understand what's going on here. Now think about this. In order for Tory Lanez to get a new trial, right? he would have to prove that the procedures weren't followed so badly that even I was faulted through my own legal defense. Okay? So now, how do you get that kind of messaging out here? Well, you start saying shit like this. Tory Lanez reportedly regrets not testifying in Megan Thee Stallion case. So what does that do? Well, it does this. The source says that Peterson was dissuaded by his lawyer to testify in court, a decision he now feels misguided. I said, if you don't go get your runs in the family cornerstone head ass out of here, are you kidding me? I literally remember the show when I came out here and was talking about it day by day. I said, okay, on this day this happened. I said, so tomorrow we're going to see if he testifies or not. I hope he does, because he needs to testify. Then that Friday comes. Then that Monday comes. Come to find out the man never fucking testified. Under his own, I'm not testifying. He doesn't want to corrupt himself. He confirmed that to the judge. So to come back saying this, it's like, so Roman was like, oh, I see. I already get the play. I see what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna roll with you. We're gonna roll with this. So he goes on to say, a trusted source has revealed to Rolling Stone that Lanez felt misled by his legal representation and was dissuaded from taking the stand, although he wanted to. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? So now let's say this. If his new attorney, right? If his new attorney, through their appeal process in their next hearing with these new findings of illegalities and inappropriate procedures during this case, if he goes to the judge and says one of them was also his attorney dissuaded him from testifying when his testimony would have been very critical. If that is one of them, baby, that might be subject for a new trial. It may be. I'm not saying it is. It could be. I could see a judge saying how, because they're going to have to prove how, okay, for a new trial, what would Tory Lanez's testimony do, prove, or how would it change or impact what has already been given? They'd have to prove all of that. And I could see them his new attorney really working hard on trying to do that. Now, the new attorney comes out here because the old attorney has made no comment yet. Like, damn, nigga, y'all throwing me under the rug already? Are y'all all ready for the new trial? So, famous defense attorney Jose Baez has also joined the team recently. They are now formulating an appeal to overturn the conviction. In a conversation with TMZ, they said that he hoped that he could have been onboarded to the team earlier. Isn't that interesting? You already setting it in that had you been there earlier, you'd have told him that he should testify. I get you. I see. Unfortunately, this is the way that it is, but he's got me now, and I'm certainly willing to give him everything I have, and hopefully we'll get the best result possible for him. In all of that, there are things that certainly in the trial he wished had gone the other way. Now, on the other hand, Megan Thee Stallion took the stand and emotionally recalled the traumatic incident. And I said, how well they put that article, this little paragraph, how they ended it, them saying that they wish it went the other way, while on the other hand, Megan did get on the stand and recalled the incident. What did they say? Emotionally recalled the traumatic incident. And that's what was important here. We got no emotional side, and we didn't even get an explanation for the phone calls, which was supposed to be a demonstration of his emotion, his character. They didn't even do a good job explaining that. So now you want to come on the testimony and recount that same night and go through all this all over again? Rock Nation, Jay-Z, where y'all at? Where y'all at? I know y'all ain't finna let this shit go down. So we find ourselves here. Do I think he truly does regret it? I think he does. Yes, I absolutely think Tory Lanez does regret initially not going. Do I think he would have even said that had it not been for the fact that now they want to find a new loophole? No. I don't think he would have ever said nothing like this. But now they need to find a new loophole, and this is the easiest. So we find ourselves here. Thank you. Thank you. We find ourselves here. So this will be interesting. This will be interesting. Again, I think they have until March. Was it March 1 when they have to be back in the court? Let me see. when they have to be back in the court. Is it March 1? Yeah, I think it is March 1. They are set back in the court for this special hearing. Originally it was January 10th, but they asked for it to be pushed back so that they can get more information. And so we're here. And so later this month. So it says appear for a sentencing later this month. So it's supposed to be later this month. We'll see. This is where we are. Like, they're pulling out all the strings for this man at this point. They are pulling it all out. Garlic is my favorite, so I would have smelled that for sure. And I would have smelled onion powder. I'd have been like, what kind of shit is that? I'd have been hungry, for real. You put some onion, you what? I'd have been hungry. Who would allow a stranger to walk up in them and put something in their hand, close the fist, put the fist under the desk? I don't know what kind of shit. Anthrax. We in a court. Did they say why the guy was in the courtroom to start? No. But all we know is that the guy was a convicted felon and had all of that on him. I don't know if he was there watching and had been out on release, but see, that's the problem. Young Thug is out of there, beloved. Good is gone. It looked just like a street. It really in court, in front of all the cameras. Like, what? Baby, if it was Obey, I would have said it thought crabs. We all would have been sitting there looking like, who is the fuck y'all got going? And we would have found the smell. We'd have been definitely looking like, now, what you got over there? What is going on? Like, what the fuck? Ben said something. That little black leprechaun knew that he was guilty. The blame should rest on his defense attorney. Correct me if I'm wrong. The defense didn't lay out the events. No, they did not. No, they did. The defense did a very horrible job. They were so focused on building this around a sexual relationship, jealousy between two friends, and framing Kelsey instead of focusing on the charges that Tory had and alleviating him from those. They focused on other shit, thinking that the jury and the judge was going to fall for that. So it is their fault. I'm so sick of Toupee Tory. Toupee Tory. Lord, he making more noise. Baby, he's not letting up. Voodoo, good morning. He's pleading to the court of at this point, he needs to stop with his little self. No grown man that swings his feet sitting down has any ground to stand on. Most defense attorneys suggest their client to not take the stand. It's very common. See, and then that's another thing. If that attorney he's alleging ain't siding with this, produces documents saying that we asked him to do this, he told us this, or like anything like that makes themselves credible, he's gonna have another problem on his hand, which also leads me to believe maybe they are in on it, and they might say, yeah, throw us under the bus. We don't give a fuck. We're not in it. They can't do nothing to us. At the fault. Because sometimes attorneys will do that. They'll do something, it's called the stop and go. I'll do this, I'll stop, now you go, then I'll stop, then you go, and you pick up from here. People do that in business all the time. He doing too much. You lost it, accept it. Meanwhile, his painted head father blaming Rock Nation and forgiving Bray Meg. Bobby is a whole clown. Sorry, thought he had rich man privileges. He thought he was gonna walk and walk. He regret that he was found guilty. He does. I think he does. His sentencing is set for January 27th. Thank you, January 27th. Thank you, M. Renee. Such a pleasure having you out here. Okay, so now he's slow. Not the Obey season in my best friend movie. DC is pissed at Risa. Everything. I even recently got into the Obey macaroni and cheese. It took me a long time to try it. I finally tried it. Now it's good made certain ways, but it's like everything is Obey down. Everything. Chips, you can buy chips with Obey seasoning on it. I mean, I'll be like, dang, Obey seasoning. Okay. Like, shut up and do your time or stop talking to the court of public bit. Short bus, slow with the helmet. He running behind the bus. Yes, he's running behind the bus. Listen. So now that's all the topics I have for you all today. I'm not going to run it down because we had so many topics today. I ain't even going to do a clip today because we had so much going on. I end up doing it. I'll make it on my own time. We had a lot going on today. Let me first, before I told you at the top of the hour that I had one last clip for the show that y'all had to stick around for. Now, this was posted on Twitter, and it was listed under the reason why white women choose to date black men. And I said, I wonder if the crew thinks this is true or not. Now, I said, I don't think that they think that far out to believe this, but I want to know what you think. So please be very vocal. And I want you to listen to what she's saying. And I want you to please tell me if you think it's true or not in the chat. Let's go.
By the time these young people get ready to have children, they will realize that as the hole in the ozone layer gets larger and larger, more and more sunlight is allowed to enter our environment, and more people who have pale faces are going to die of melanoma, which is a skin cancer that you get if you don't have enough melanin in your skin. Let me tell you, people of color are going to be very much in demand for reproduction in the future. Mark my words, you're laughing now, but you wait 20 years. You won't even have to wait 20 years, because they're going to see that if they want their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren to survive, they're going to have some melanin in their skin. That's the way it's going to be. This is going to take care of itself.
Thoughts. Immediate thoughts. Truth, not truth. Do you see people thinking that far as it being a survival thing, for reproduction by, interracial dating? Do you think that's true? I saw it. I was reading so many of the comments. I didn't bring any comments because they're, a lot of them are divisive. But I just wanted y'all opinion as a natural. You see that? Do you think it's true? What are your thoughts? What do we think? Hey man, I got you. I got you. Hey man, sent you an email last night with a link to a story I found. Crazy story. Let me check. I'm about to pull it up. She need to go sit in the corner. Not true. Okay. Did y'all see Sunstar rapping during his church sermon? Baby, talk about hilarious. I did not. I gotta see it. I want to see that. So we don't believe this is true. Okay. For me, honestly, I don't think that people are thinking that far out when it comes to selection of birth of racial. I honestly think it's, if you ask me, it begins as a fetish that turns into something else. That's me. I can be broken, I can be persuaded in something else, but I honestly think that sometimes it is truly love. There are truly situations of love, but I do think there are moments that I've seen that have been overly sexualized that I think are fetishes. And so that was my thought. So when I saw this, I said, wow, that's giving a lot of credit. I mean, I didn't think that we're in these days and ages where we're thinking like, oh, we need to go have sex so we can have a baby that's going to outstand time. I didn't think that, but I was curious to see if you all thought the same thing. So it's good to know that we kind of on a different same page. Listen, crew, the painted head father said someone got to bring in the money now. He putting the family on his back. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm gonna have to get that sermon. And let me see something. He sent me a link. I'm gonna have to pull it up. I'm gonna have to pull it up, Zach. I'm gonna pull it up. All right, crew. It has been 2 hours and 37 minutes, and we done got through. It was like 14, 15, 16 stories today. We covered so much stuff. Thank y'all for being here. I truly thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate it. I hope y'all were entertained with the news. I hope it was interesting. I hope y'all learned something. And I hope y'all come back and keep coming back and showing me love and liking. I'm growing and I'm loving doing this. We will be back on Sunday with our Wake and Breathe. I don't know no theme or what I'm going to do, but I'm going to come live because I just want to talk with y'all. And remember, all of those are going to be moved to members only. So if you want to catch the replay of that, you got to catch it on members only. But that's just us to talk, chill, and vibe. No show, no segmented stuff like that. But I really do appreciate it. We talking and we vibing, we catching up. I'm about to do all my emails. I'm about to go through all my emails and all of that good stuff. So I'm about to jam through some of that good stuff. So keep sending me stories, keep giving me ideas. Yesterday, I met with the the graphic designer for the hats, which is why y'all see that the banner on my page, YouTube channel has changed. He updated it yesterday. And so some of what you see there will be on the hat. Remember, we're only going to do 20 hats, limited edition. I'm going to purchase all the hats once they're done, and then I'm going to put them up on a website where you can buy it and all that good stuff. You can do it there and then ship it out to you, all that good stuff. And it's going to be 20 limited hats. The front is going to say, it's going to be King Roman saying, nicely put. And the back is going to be signature to something I say and what we do and what we call each other. It's only going to be 20 of them. And each hat is going to have a number on it. So it's going to be like, you know, the crew number 1, you know, like your what number you are on the team. So it's going to have all of that good stuff. So I hope y'all enjoy that. I don't know a cost point yet because he's still quoting out the hats that we chose because, you know, they got to be like this. They got to be styled like how, you know, I rock them. And it was so dope meeting with him because he was telling me about how to merch and how you do it. And he was telling me, like, you before we even sit down, what do you want people to embody when they wear this hat? How do you want them to feel? And I was like, I ain't think about that. I was thinking about, so we went through all of that, which is what built out the design. I said, this is dope. This is dope. So I ain't saying that. I ain't saying too much of that until it's done and ready for us to talk about, but it's coming soon. Coming soon so we can kick off the year and have the hats. So we're going to have 20 hats and then how well that goes, see what else merchandise we put out. But I did get that email and I'm working on it. I'm definitely working on it. I'm trying to figure out what color. Do I want to do multiple colors? But I don't know if I want to do multiple colors. So I'm trying to figure out what standout color for the crew do I want? What standout? I don't know. I don't know. So we're going to see. And I'm not blowing this product up with my logo or my name. I know how that feels when you get someone's product and it has their shit all over it. No, I'm going to make it so like you can really rock this out. And it's not like, who the fuck is that? What's that? It's real. It's real. It's giving what it's giving. The phrase is given. The back is given. I just got to get the color and the type and quality. It's going to cost me and I'm cheap for y'all. So, you know, so I'm excited. I had me excited. So that's why the banner was changed. So y'all keep rocking with me, yo. We growing. And then let me just do this. Shout out to Armand. Shout out to you, sir. Shout out to Armand and not to the haters. Yes, I want that hat. Yes, I am. I love wearing a hat while working out. And yes, it's gonna be perfect for that. That's what I'm working on. What color? I can't wait to see y'all too. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Oop, I can't wait to see them. Yes, I can't wait either. Everybody have a blessed day. You too. I think that we need to love one another regardless. Great show. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Yes, thank y'all. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. Good show. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Yes. Okay. All right. So y'all have a great Friday. We're gonna catch back up on Sunday. We just gonna kick the breeze. Y'all join me then. I might be out in the streets. I might not. But y'all check me out this weekend on Sunday. And until next time, crew, I want y'all to have a dope. I'm talking about a dope Friday. Get to your business, get to your work, but enjoy your Friday. Y'all have a great weekend. Deuces.
Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Ow, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. King let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Ramen News, coming just for you. King Ramen News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Ramen News, King Ramen News. Let's go, let's go. Let's start this show.